Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. Let's get it going, guys. Woo! I almost didn't make it, guys. I almost wanted to tap out, and I said, no, I got to get it. I see others get it. I got to get it. Oh, my gosh. It's so easy to say no. What's going on, guys? Okay, here we go. Let's get it going, guys. Endeavor, I see you there. All right. Here we go, guys. Oh, let's get it, boy. Okay, I want to start off by saying, God, please bless America. Jesus Christ is King. Praise the Lord. John 3:16. Oh, my gosh. I see you there, Endeavor. Thank you for being there. Oh, my gosh. What's going on, guys? I always have this question here. Is Trump winning or losing? You tell me. So I have a number there. Of course, I'm going to put it in the chat later on. As you see on the screen right now, I have right there President Donald J. Trump there. Oh, yes, he is there. Yes. According to CNN, I'm 100% approval rating within the Republican Party. That's all that matters right now with Trump right now. He says, I have 100% approval rating within the Republican Party. Hey, they don't want to work with me anyway. That's what goes on in his mind. He says, they don't want to work with me anyway. Okay, let's keep it going here. I want to play this clip first. Let's play it first so you can see it and hear it. Check this out.
On the filibuster, Mr. President, you posted a lot about wanting to eliminate the filibuster. It hasn't happened. Are you disappointed in leader?
Yeah, no, I'm disappointed. I like John a lot, but he has a couple of Republicans that are foolish people. A couple of them I like, a couple of them I can't stand, actually, if you want to know the truth. Although I am, according to CNN, 100% approval within the Republican Party. That's better than your record, Gary. I'm at 100% approval. Did you see the CNN poll? Nobody talks about it. CNN, I think the people that did that poll probably got fired. But within the Republican Party and MAGA, which is basically 100% of the party, I think. But
wow, can you hear that, guys? 100%. President Trump even knows what's going on in CNN when they put out 100% approval rating within the Republican Party. Hey, that's all you asked. And he said MAGA, whatever. That's his party, boy. That's the Republican Party right now. I can say that I'm a proud supporter of Donald J. Trump and the Republican Party as well. They can say what they want, but he's getting results going on in his second term. Oh, my God. So I had to start it off with that one, guys. How's everybody doing? This is live right now. Of course, this is live right now. I'm going to clip up stuff as usual. Well, not as usual, but I plan on doing it. That's why I don't do it in the evening. Hopefully, I do it a couple times in the evening. But, the morning, I need to get it and then get it right now. I'm feeling better right now just talking like this. Wow, I just feel the energy coming through. Here we go. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going with the next one here, guys. Of course, you got to see this one here. Of course, this right here is dealing with fitness. President Trump reestablishes the presidential fitness test that heads straight outside to greet young golfers, guys, participating in the White House putting green. Yes, this is what winning and strong leadership looks like right there, guys. You see there, they have their little putters on. Yes. Oh, we got to make sure, too. I do see some different minority groups involved in this also. He started saying that, he has white people in there. Nope, I do see a couple blacks and Hispanics and a few once in a while I see them. You're going to see an Oval Office as well. You can tell they're selectively checking and making sure they hit every check mark. Hispanic, we got one. Black, we got one. Other, we got one. Making sure they check all the check boxes. I think they're aware of everything that's going on in the world today too. So I see there, even the military guy that's addressing him, I noticed that they have everything. They got girls, they have boys, they have all different nationalities. The whole rainbow is represented there. You don't think he doesn't know what's going on? Of course he knows. He's greeting them, shaking hands with everyone. And these kids, I'm looking at them. Kids let you know what's on their mind. I'm looking at them right now, and I see exactly what's on their mind. Let's take a look and see if we can get some audio on this. Check this out.
Rising up,
Oh no, we can't play the audio. That's dealing with one of the Rocky movies. There, I can't think the name of the group that sings that song. Oh my gosh, yes. But of course, there. Look at that. He has a little Is that the national mascot? See, I think that's the mascot for the baseball team. Yep. Fitness, guys. This was all about America. Make it healthy. That's one of the things I can remember with Barack Obama and Michelle. She was trying to get into it, eating healthy, drinking more water. I remember her saying that. Guys, we need to drink more water. That's the number one thing you can do. Drink more water. And everybody I saw with water bottles everywhere. Water bottle production just went up. I said, oh my gosh, I heard Michelle Obama saying this. I don't know if she was the first one or it's just all of a sudden, but everywhere I looked, everybody had water bottles. During his first Obama term, I believe. Yeah, it might have been a little bit before that. And they still got water bottles everywhere. But look at that, guys. They're punting on the green and stuff. You know, Trump loves golf. What's going on here in Denver? I see that President Trump's key accomplishments, including significant tax reforms, deregulation efforts that save billions, and strong economy recovery with a real GDP growth. I see you there, Endeavor. He also established a regulatory framework for digital assets and to make strides in foreign policy, including peace agreements in the Middle East. Peace in the Middle East. Let's keep it going with some more here. I got another one here. What else here? Oh, look at this one right here, guys. This is another one here. Let me see. Can you square that up? Yeah, I got it right there. Here it is right there. It says that President Trump is bringing back the presidential fitness test starting today, right on the south lawn of the White House. Oh, all strong, all muscle. They're doing soccer there. Look at they got soccer participants there. I still see all the different nationalities. Yeah, you don't think he's not aware of it and America's not aware of what's going on? Definitely going on. Hey guys, this is For Real with Mike. You see it right there. Is Trump winning or is he losing? I think he's winning though. But I want you to tell me, not now, but it's going to be a time. I want you to tell me, is he winning or is he losing? Let's keep. Oh, look at the boy doing pull-ups. Oh my gosh. I didn't think I started doing pull-ups until the 7th or 8th grade. He's so young. Oh my gosh, doing pull-ups. I tell you what, you start doing pull-ups, well, you start getting something going. I got Endeavor also here. It says a new unemployment claims that 49-year low in African American unemployment reached its lowest rate ever recorded. Wow. They even don't realize what they have, you know? Okay, let's keep it. I think I have one more on this one right here as well. This is still dealing with the Oval Office here. President Trump, he doesn't hold back on anything here. This right here is President Trump. Right here it says President Trump connects with the youth. You gotta watch this one. I can't make this stuff up. I want to make sure I do this one on a different one because this is so fun. Let me see, can I find a good one here? Yeah, this is a perfect angle for this one right here, guys. This is President Trump here, guys. This is when you got a president who's off the cuff now. He's so it says here, President Trump connects with young athletes in the Oval Office, asking kids what sports they play as they bring back the presidential fitness test. He's going to ask all these kids. It's so personal and so I like it. It's so informal. And he's really getting into it. And the kids are relaxed. You can say something about kids. They know if you're fake or you're real. And I can see this one girl in yellow, boy. She's going to be checking them out. Like you see right there, this kid in yellow. She's checking out all the speakers and looking at him in his eyes. And you could tell if you're fake or you're real. Kids can let you know, especially in a group of kids. One at least scope out game and see what's going on here. And all the adults are looking too. And I said, yep, this guy is legit. Too legit to quit. No, he's legit. Though I can tell President Trump is looking him in his eyes. The kids are looking in his eyes. The parents are engaged, or the fitness people all around are engaged. Yeah, you can't fake stuff like that. Let's take a look at that. I want you to watch this and listen to the sound of this as well. Check this out. I can't make this stuff up. This is pretty cool though. Watch this.
Well, I want to go out and watch these great athletes. I'm not talking about him and him and him. I'm talking about these kids because I think you're going to be far better as an athlete than anybody behind you. Okay? Do you agree? I think you're going to be a better athlete. What sport do you play?
I play football.
Oh,
There you go.
Do you think you're going to be better than him? You'll be faster. You're going to be so much faster than him. He's going to be like lightning. He was known for his speed, by the way. I don't know. I think pretty good. What sport do you play?
I don't play sport because my mom didn't sign me up, but I'm trying to play gymnastics.
Gymnastics? Oh, wow. That's a good sport.
It's a great sport.
What do you play?
I do dance, but I also do volleyball.
Hey, nice and tall to be a volleyball player.
Amazing.
What about you? Look at this guy. He's a big guy.
Me, I'm doing football right now, and next year I'm going to be trying to do powerlifting.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa.
Already, let's go.
Whoa.
That's awesome.
And you'll never compete against women in powerlifting.
No, sir.
Did you see that they had a
Oh,
man?
did you hear that? He said he'll never compete against women. He has a little boy. You're not gonna compete with little. You're not gonna put. You're doing powerlifting. You're not gonna compete with women, are you? Oh, let's see what happens next. Oh boy.
Powerlifter, and he decided to go the opposite direction. He took a record, stood for 18 years. He beat it by 119 pounds. Okay? They put the little quarter of an ounce. To 18 years it stood. This guy came, he was a failed powerlifter. But he went on the other side and he decided that he wanted to go into women's sports, and he broke the record by 118 pounds. Think that's fair? So I don't think we'll have to worry about you.
Yes, sir.
You're going to do good. Are you a strong person?
Yes, sir.
Good. You think you can take me in a fight? I think you could. Hey, that would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? How about you? What sport do you play?
I play volleyball, and in the summer I'm trying to get into soccer.
Wow. And with your height, do you smash the ball, the volleyball? Do you get up high? Can you jump high?
Not very.
Soccer might be better. I don't want to be. I'm just looking. I think she'd be a great soccer player. That's good. Good luck, okay? What about you?
Hockey and golf.
Well, and you know that guy, right?
Yes.
All right. You know that guy. Do you think you could be as good as him someday? Not easy.
Better.
Won't be better.
Wow, that's legit, guys. You could tell by how he's interacting with kids.
Sports,
That was authentic, guys. I don't think we had maybe Obama had the charismatic to do that, but Biden, no way. Maybe Reagan had like charismatic. He was pretty good. But this interacting with kids like that says a lot. A lot of things. Even the adults, these are genuine grins. They're looking around. I'm seeing this, how they are interacting. Listen, everyone says it's easy to do it, but when you do it, you say, oh, okay, yeah, it's good. It's good. It's really good. That was a good look for President Trump right there. By all means, a very, very good look. Hey, guys, once again, this is For Real with Mike. You're watching Mike, and I got Endeavor with the wrench. Oh, my gosh, I got Endeavor with the wrench again. Let me say it. Welcome to For Real with Mike. Glad you're here. Jump in, join the conversation. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the show. Yes, keep it real and keep it respectful, guys. That's all we ask. Keep it real and keep it respectful. Let me pop up a little bit more here. I'm just looking at the lighting here. I'm just trying to make sure the lighting, I'm always trying to make sure everything's right. But, I guess the lighting's going to rock with it today, and I look at the replay and see. Okay, we see what else we got going on here. Another story here. I'm going to see. That was the first, transition that I want to make sure. And then I said, that's why I'm trying to get a good start. So everyone, if you're watching this replay, hopefully I can keep it clean and everything, and so the replay will stay up. So make sure I'm going to look for another story, a more recent story here. And maybe I go through the White House. You haven't done the White House to get my eyes, go on it for a while. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to start with the White House first, and then I'm going to work my way up here. The White House. Let's see. White House. I think right there. Yeah, I haven't done it in a while, the White House, so I'm going to just start skinning to the White House again. Oh, I think we saw that right there. That's a photo right there. They got into a little break there. See, you see that right there? Look at him doing his dance there. President Trump teaching the Trump dance on the South Lawn. He's teaching the older kids the Trump dance. Look at him. He's authentic, very real, very authentic, guys. Look at that. Even the little girl got it. Like I said, he got all the nationalities. He said, make sure we get one from each group. Make sure we bring a girl in there, too. Oh, my God. Okay, here we go. We got girls in there. We got boys. Okay, we're going to see what else we got here. Another one here. That's the photo right there they had taken in the White House. There, let's see. Make sure we get that angle right there as well. It says President Trump signs the proclamation revitalizing the Presidential Fitness Test Award, youth sports and fitness. Wow. Ooh. You just gotta love it when you got a president that's really about that life and doing the right thing. I think he does. I think he really does. And he got a lot of fronts to be concerned about, and he's handling it. That's a full 2-hour clip right there on the White House website. That's the full 2 hours and 13 minutes. Wow. Of course, we're not going to show that right there, but it's on the White House there. It's broadcast there. They had it earlier there. Gary Player's advice to young. Oh, this is different here. This is Gary Player's advice to young people. Just love this country. Oh, I want to listen to this one here. That seems like something's going to be something there. I'm going to blow this up. I think it's going to be a better look on the next one here. I'm going to do it on this picture here. Yeah, this one here. I'm going to do it on this one here. I want to hear what he says about, what he needs to do. The White House thought it was important as well. Okay, so here it says again, it says Gary Player's advice to young people. Just love this country. Let's listen to this.
Well, Mr. President, first of all, thank you very much for having us and hosting this today. I've been around almost every president for the last 65 years. And I've never seen a president that loves this country as much. They all did, and they all did great works. But I've never seen a president that loves the country as much as you do. And I say thank you, because I've traveled more miles than any human being before without being repetitive. And I've never seen a country like this. The freedom that exists, which is so important to all of us. And sport can change the world. It can give people a chance that don't have any hope. It can give them hope, as we've seen. Many people with little education have become world champions. Only in America have you got that opportunity. And the other thing is, to Mr. Kennedy, who I have utmost respect for, my great dream now, I'm finished with tournament golf. My great dream is for the youth of America. The youth of a nation are the trustees of posterity. These are the people that are going to be the future champions. And when I talk, I always talk about the importance of fitness. It's so important. Please, can we bring it back in the schools? And as Senator Kennedy has so aptly said, to eat properly. This is so important, what you put in your body. And the big thing that I wish, and I pray every day, and wherever I talk, and I do a lot of talking, I say to the young people, just love this country, because you don't realize what's going on around the world. Even the students of the great universities of America really don't understand what's happening around the world today. There is a silent war taking place against America today. And what we've got to do is make these kids realize that freedom and exercise and education, start reading some books. Yes, keep your phone, but also read some good books. And listen to what Mr. Kennedy has said. What you put in your body is so important. What a wonderful job he's done, and all your cabinet members, of which I say thank you for maintaining this great word, this cherished word, freedom.
Damn, the cherished word, freedom.
Well, Mr.
Well said, cherished word, freedom. Man, that's beautiful there. Gary Players, that's his name, Gary Players. Okay, another one here. Let's see what's got going here. It says, Happy Cinco de Mayo to all who celebrate. I love illegal immigrants. Wow, look at that right there. Let me see, make sure I get a better angle of that one there. Let's see here. Here we go right there. Look at that right there. President Trump, here they doing it again, guys. There we go right there. It says, I love illegal immigrants. He said, he got the border crossing right there, guys. He says, it says ready line cars right there. Oh my gosh. United States border. I love illegal immigrants. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Wow. Isn't that something? Okay, let's keep it going. Let's keep it pushing. Let's keep it going. Another there. That's a full broadcast that they put that here. Also, make sure I get this going here. Okay, I can touch that. This right here looks like I remember hearing about this right here. On the Moas, Illinois here. This is JD Vance with his son, one of his kids. That's JD Vance right there. Yeah. Let's see here. What else do we have? Very interesting. I'm just curious about this. Just curious about the Okay, I'll keep it going. Okay, here we go. Let's also keep it going here with the next one here. Let's see. This just trying to think of something here. This yeah, I was just thinking about something here. I'm just curious. Yeah, it'll take too much work. I'm not gonna do it. Okay, I thought about taking it off something. Okay, here we go. Here. Next thing I have here. Let's see what we got going on here on the next one here. Next one here. Oh, look at this one right here. Okay, there we go. Here it says here. It says here, for decades, Iran has distorted the whole world by weaponizing the Strait of Hormuz to their terroristic will. It says Project Freedom will crush that threat and reopen the global commerce trade through the strait. Wow, look at those strong words right there. We got some more things here. Let me see if we can get the different angle here. Let's see here. We'll do this one here. Yeah, we'll stick with this one here. We're gonna see what else we got going on here as well. It says thanks to President Trump. It says direct flights from U.S. to Venezuela are back. They have direct flights to U.S. to Venezuela, and they're back. Wow, look at that. You know they're happy, boy. Ooh, some trips.
For the first time since 2019, direct flights from the U.S. to Venezuela are back in the air.
This flight marks the transition from dialogue to action.
We are committed to a U.S.-aligned Venezuela that produces real results for Venezuelans and for Americans.
Under the leadership of the president, we've moved at lightning speed to get all the things in place we needed to do to establish air service.
We are witnessing the rebuilding of our economic ties, the reopening of Venezuela to global commerce, and the reconnecting of our two countries.
You gotta love that. You gotta love that. Venezuela is connecting back with the United States. American Airlines will capitalize on that here. Let's see what we got going on here, guys. Listen, this is For Real with Mike, guys. When I talk about for real things, this is not that fake stuff that you watch all the time, where some of these strong-arm right Republicans and strong-arm Democrats are going on here. I'm telling you what's going on in the White House. You can take it as fact or fiction. I just told you right now that American Airlines right now is opening a flight directly from United States to Venezuela. That's not fact. I mean, that's not fiction. That is fact. I didn't make it up. You seen it the first time I saw it. I just want to make sure that I be clear here. This is For Real with Mike. I don't want fake stuff. I want real stuff here. And if I'm wrong, you can call me out on it. That's good too. I want to hear that stuff as well. This right here is a briefing here about the Strait of Hormuz. They seem like they had that one today. Looks like here it says President Trump has directed the SITCON to restart the free flow of commerce through the Strait of Hormuz under the umbrella of freedom, Project Freedom. Well, oh my gosh, you know, it's still going to be hectic there. It's going to be a tall order. But you see our President Trump, he's still trucking along. They got that Project 26 and it's on and rocking for real. For real. It's actually going, you know, it's actually moving forward and you can say what you want. They're moving that project on ahead of schedule or on schedule. Let's see what we got going on here. We got another one here. This right here, it says here, this right here, it says Pawn Stars Rick Harrison. It says here, oh yeah, Pawn. Oh yeah, I'm not used to them in this. Pawn Stars. I remember Pawn Stars. They go in there and goes, how much is this worth? How much is this worth? Yeah, he says the best I can do this golden age for small businesses. Wow, let's see. Pawn Stars, Rick Harrison here. Let's take a listen to this.
Okay, the best I could do is the golden age for small businesses.
Jeez, he's getting a piece of the pie as well, guys. You got to join a winner. Winners join winners. You can see here, guys, take a look at this right here. Oh, spell small businesses. That's why we're doing it here. Take a look at this right. This is real. It says small businesses are honestly the backbone of American economy, and the Trump administration is fighting for Main Street, while President Trump honors hardworking small businesses owners at the White House. Oh my gosh, look at that right there. I'm gonna see. Should I click into it and see what we can get some close-ups on that? See, can you see any close-ups? Let me try this angle. There we go right there. That's the angle. Look at that. Win, baby, win. Is that his fight horn? That's his hand right there with fight. Modern day John Wayne going on, guys. Say what you want. He's every day working for the American people. Catherine Ashley, what's going on? What's up, Mike? I see you there, Nicholas. I see you, Brian Reddy. What's going on here? Catherine Ashley here. Patriots, Mike. Oh, for real. Oh, fam. Yeah. For real. Oh my gosh. What's going on, guys? This is For Real with Mike. Once again, guys, please hit that like button. Subscribe. If you haven't, I really appreciate that. This is for real. This is live right now. I'm giving you the latest things that's going on here, guys. Businesses are the backbone of America economy. The Trump administration is fighting for Main Street. It's for real, guys. Here he goes. Let's take another picture there. That was Palm Stars there. Harrison there. I just saw him there. He's smiling there. He did a little presentation there. Look at that here. Trump smiling about it. He likes entertainers too. I guess you can still remember that apprentice thing going on here. It was doing really well. Let's see here. See what else we got there. Oh, look at that right there. That was yesterday. They had that right there. It says in the galaxy that demands strength, America stands ready. Look at that guy. Stands ready. Is that Yoda? I think that's that little. I don't know what's that little thing going on here. This is the way. May 4th may be with you. This is the way. May the 4th be with you. Oh, like may the force be with you. May the 4th be with you. Oh my God, that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Oh, okay. I see that there. Let's keep it going. Also, guys. Let's see what we got going on here. I'm going to go into the latest stories right now. Hopefully, I think I'm warmed up enough to try to knock these stories out and try to get the latest things that's going on right now in politics. The latest things that's going on right now. You get to listen. I don't know what's going on. The first story, I scanned through it and I said, I'm going to start off with that one. This one here, I'm going to see. We got Fox News exposes hospice. I don't want to touch Fox News and stuff. Sometimes they jump on things too soon. Sometimes, CNN does the same thing too. But it says Fox News exposes hospice fraud using one doctor's number across 17 California facilities. It seems like it's wrong, but I want to make sure on that. This seems like sometimes they step wrong and Fox. So I want to make sure on that one. And I'm in California too, so I'm kind of like familiar, but nobody's talking about it too much in California. Trump signs a proclamation to revive. I talked about the fitness, that one. Benny Johnson demands redistricting. Preparations for the Deep South Republicans. Climate activists block Hochul's office over climate change. No, I'm not gonna do that one. Let's do this one here. Let's talk about this one right here. This is Benny. Do I want to talk about another politician? Another host like this? No, I choose not. Here we go here. It says here, 5 injured in the shooting at Charleston Koreatown Shopping Center. No, I don't want to talk about that neither. Don't tell me it's nothing else to talk about. I can talk about Trump winning, though. Can I talk about that one here? I guess we're going to go with the climate thing with Hochul. Here it says climate activists. Let's see what's going on here. Let's listen and see what we got here. Scroll this one up here and get something going on better with this one here. Okay, guys, let's see this here. It says here climate activists are once again blocking the interests of the New York, it says New York Governor Kathy Hochul's office. Just weeks after being arrested for this same stunt, Hochul's soft on crime attitude is backfiring on her personally. Okay, take a listen to this here. Apparently, they want to stir up the climate change thing again. I guess, some big billionaires are sponsoring this here. That's what a lot of people are saying. Let's take a listen to this. I want to hope we get some audio.
Rise! Hochul rise! Hochul rise! Hochul rise! Hochul rise! Hochul rise!
He said Hochul lies, Hochul lies, Hochul lies. Wow, it's not getting that many traction either. I'm just looking at the numbers here. It seems like it's not too many people watching. A few people did it. They say here's another one here. What's this guy's name here? Doherty. Yeah. It says right here, it says climate holds the left are are actively blocking Democratic, New York, here she goes, yes, in Albany. Let's see, I'm just getting through that. So, this is not nothing special going on here. They blocked the elevator as well here. It looks like they blocked, the elevator here. Check that out. They blocked the elevator there. Climate defiance lunatics now blocking the elevator at the New York State Capitol in Albany too. Yeah, these clowns were for blocking Governor Hochul's office to trapping people into elevators, all because they're throwing a tantrum over climate. Wow. She's not gonna arrest them either. She's just gonna let them do it. I guess that's what's going on. Oh, we got a close up right now. I guess they're gonna get arrested here. It says tensions rises as personal leaving Governor Hochul office in Albany blocking the climate. Protesters are being pushed through in order to exit. Oh my gosh, they let this play out. Can you believe this like that? I always look at this right here and I say, if they were black, would they still allow this to happen, or this would have ended swiftly? I think it would have ended swiftly. All I'm asking for is the same damn rules. Same damn rules. This is not Law and Order. Cut this crap out. This would have been cleaned out of this woman and black people. If this would have been any other minority group. But since they're white, they're letting it go. I'm calling balls and strikes, guys. I'm calling balls and strikes. That's the reality of that. Yeah, I can wake up in the morning and I can say that's what's going on right there. And he's not even saying words to police or anything. Just keep going walking. Just keep going walking. That's the reality of it right there, guys. You can say I'm wrong or right from saying that, but if they would have been black people, they would have been not. It would have been doo doo doo. That's for 911. It would have been doo doo doo. Do, do, do. And they would have been arrested. They're yelling, they're scrumping, they're blocking people, they're in the way and stuff. That's nonsense. That's not fair. I want law and order, damn it. If you're gonna do the same for one person, do the same across the board. This is when the left can get votes right now. Left is getting votes right now because they see this stuff. They're seeing this. They're watching this. They're watching with their good eye, just like kids watch adults. They're watching. They saying, but be damn, these white people are doing anything they want to do. That's what's going on in their mind. They're blocking, and no one's calling law enforcement. I just want you to put that in your minds, guys, on the Republican side. I'm calling balls and strikes on that one. Here we go. Let's see what's in here. That's what I'm watching, and it's going through my mind right now. Look at that. They're not even trying to get them out. They're being so patient and gentle with them. What the hell is going on? Put the force of law in this. It's supposed to be a blind eye. I remember she has a weight imbalance there and she's blind. Justice should be treated equally. Arrest them. That's all I'm asking them. Or get them out. Or you know what? Next time you see a protest and you see people walking around like that and doing crazy stuff, then just let them do it. Let them get and disrupt the law. Okay, here we go. All right, let's keep it going here. More going on here. Let's see the next one here. Let's see another one here. Oh, this right here is another location. So they had them all over the place. Oh, this raising hell. Raising hell. They said the most dangerous liberal is a white liberal. There we go there. Okay, here we go. But it seems like the Democratic blacks and minorities don't get that. I don't know what they... Well, maybe they'll wake up one day. Scooby-Doo. Okay, here we go. So you've been had, guys. You've been hoodwinked. Okay, that's what's going on. Still more protests and so many photos on this. It says demand climate justice. That's what it's saying. Demand climate justice. There we go there. Law enforcement is just blocking them from blocking. No, I want you to take them and arrest them. I want fair. Guys, once again, happy Cinco de Mayo. Guys, it's May 15 as well. Let's see. I want to get a good story going on here. I'm trying to figure out Fulton County. This is coming up. Is this new? Let's see what's going on here. This happened yesterday. Let's see here. A lawsuit against Fulton County, Georgia, seizing 2020 ballots. 2020 ballots. They're still talking about 2020 ballots here. Co-offender says, in the shooting is no, I'm not going to talk about this. No, let's see. Can we find another the latest stories? I'm trying to really find the latest stories here. Trump signed proclamation. Right? Let's see. The White House exposes hospice. I do not really want to touch that one yet. 5 injured in a shooting. Carrollton, Koreatown Shopping Center. No. Okay, I guess we're gonna go do the doctor thing here. I probably won't make anything out of it here. Let's take a look at this here. Gavin Newsom just got caught allowing even more fraud. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Let's take a look at this here. Gavin Newsom gets caught. Well, this might be see how legit it is. See if it's too legit to quit. Here we go. All right, guys, take a look at this story right here. This just seems like it's a new one here. I'm gonna square it up, make sure it's totally squared up, really nice and pretty here. So if I repurpose it, it'd be ready to rock. Hey guys, once again, what's going on? This is For Real with Mike. Hold on a second. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna take this lens off here. Hold on a second. 1 second. It's gonna take a quick second. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry, I had to take this lens off. It's like, oh, yeah, it does make a difference. Okay. All right, yeah, it does make a difference here. Yeah, I had a lens in front of it. I had a lens in front of the camera, guys. This little teleprompter lens, so I can like have little words in front of it, so I can stay on point. I said, nah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to lighten it up now. I'm gonna have to figure out how to bring light to it. Maybe I have to put light in front somehow. I say, no, it does make a difference. Okay, here it goes. Let's see what's going on. Myron, I see you there. Watch now. Watch her now. I see you there. Taco Tuesday, $1. Hello, I see you there. Myron, what's going on? Oh, let me see the comments here. Let me see, can I get in the comments so I can see this as well? Let's turn the bots on. I think the bots is on as well. I want to see if I can get in the comments. We can talk about stuff here. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can see the picture better. I got to figure it out. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll figure out how I can do that as well. Okay, here we go. See there, Catherine. Catherine actually said the blue Kool-Aid is poison. Shh. Oh my gosh. I thought about Jim Jones when you said that. Oh my gosh. I think they were in California and stuff. They went somewhere to another country or something. Jim Jones had them people drinking Kool-Aid and they all passed away. Oh my gosh. Don't drink the Kool-Aid, the blue Kool-Aid. Shh. Catherine, actually, I see you there. And Dara says, New York City is not a good place. Yes, it says the people, and the climate with the, oh my gosh, yes. Cement and asphalt. Sergeant Zero, I see you there. Don't forget about the loud subways either. Laughing out loud. Watch it says no climate, not climate change. They need their brains and change and their attitude change. Yes. Going on, Myron. It's all good, Mike. It's all good. Okay, I see the lens is better there. You can see there here. You can see the comments. We'll make sure I get it. Let me get this done really well here. It's gonna come up. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so guys, that was one of the stories there. I was looking at that now. And this one, here's another one here. Let me see, can you see what I see? You can see what I see. You can see what I see. See what I see. Okay, here. It says, Gavin Newsom just got caught. I'm allowing even more fraud. This hospice provider panic. And when the reporter came up and exposed, okay, we'll see this. They, it says, filed more than 3,000 claims for 900 patients. Billing Medicare for $16 million. Anything over 100 patients at a given time. That's very interesting. 3,000 claims for 900 patients. We'll see here. I don't know if this is a Nick Shirley one or not. They own Nick Shirley for real. I mean, for real. I'm going to take a look at this, guys. You're going to take a look with me here as well here. I see there. I got it down there. I see watcher. I see watcher time right there is on a thing right there. Oh, I can just move it over some more. Sorry, I'm more tinkering stuff, so I can slide it over some more. Okay, here we go. Slide it over just a little bit more. A little bit this way as well. Well, nope. I leave it. I don't know what's there. I don't know what's there. Okay, here we go. All right, let's keep it going, guys. I'm going to keep it pushing here and let's see. I'm going to watch the video. We'll make it larger so we can see it really well, right? I'm going to make it larger right there so we can see it. Check this out. We're going to play it right now.
With Dr. Pine, filed more than 3,000 claims for 900 patients, billing Medicare for $16 million.
Anything over 100 patients at a given time that you have responsibility for as a hospice physician should start to raise red flags.
17 different hospices using your NPI number last year to file 3,000 claims on behalf of 900 patients. Pine told me that can't be true and believes some hospices use his provider number without permission. Back in Visalia, Trini and Enrique hope other seniors can learn from them.
The way I see it, we were just taken in.
Neither Dr. Pine nor Graceful Care have been disciplined or charged in this case, and both remain enrolled in the Medicare program.
That's remarkable stuff, and see it on camera, too, is really brings it home. William, thank you. Good reporting there in Los Angeles.
With Dr. Pine.
Wow.
Filed more than 3,000 claims for 900.
That's pretty sad. That is pretty sad. They're getting people claim they're getting their numbers, these companies' numbers, and not even telling them. They not even using it. That's a pretty sad one there. I see you there. I see Time Watcher who says yes. Did they ever find where the bullet train ended in California? You know what, that bullet train? Oh, that's one of those things that I heard about. That's going to be really cool. It's not like I'm going to ride on it, but that's like, oh, that's pretty cool. How I think China has something like that. I guess China gave them the idea on this. I see there, Martin. Yes, as of the early 2026 reports indicated that roughly 1/3, or it says over 30% of all U.S. hospice agencies are located in Los Angeles, California. Los Angeles County. Well, he says, yeah. Listen, guys, I live in Los Angeles County. Los Angeles County is the largest county in the United States. It's really far. It goes really, really far. It's pretty wide. And you hear all kinds of things going on here. And it's a lot of Republican areas, and a lot of Democrat areas, but it's pretty wide. The farther you get away from the downtown areas, the farther away, the more red it is. You get that central place of core area. That's where it's like the voting going on. It says here, despite it making it a small fraction of the nation's seniors, fraud. Hell yes, fraud. There's a lot of fraud going on in here in California, Los Angeles area. Esther Nardner, there we go. It's starting to come back up. The chat's starting to come back up again. It says here, fraud. Yes, extraordinary. Concentration. Los Angeles County has over 1,800 licensed hospice providers. Unbelievable. You can't make this stuff up. Unless there's something going on wrong, guys. Who am I again? This is For Real with Mike. Look at that. All that money falling down. It's legit. It's for real. You know what? I think I'm going to get in the comments in this one here and see what they say. No, I'm just going to scroll down here. See, can we get another story? Nope. No other stories on this one here. It's all the same one. There's several people reposting it. I think I'm gonna get into it and see this real quick and see what we got here. Anybody's leaving any good comments on this? Sometimes they do, they leave there. Oh, here goes one right here. See, can you see that one there? Yeah, you can see that one right there. It starts at the top right there. I can't see it. Okay, now I can see it. Okay, it says here, fraud is real, 17 hospices, and it says here, 1 NPI, 3,000 claims in Los Angeles County, pattern documented. This ran under over LA governor for 15 years. It's in Texas, Florida right now. The structure allows it. Fix the structure. The structure allows it. Fix the structure. That makes a lot of sense right there. It says Gavin Newsom right there. You see that right there. Oh, let's make it where you can see that here. I'm gonna go back to this angle here. This angle here, see here. It says it here. You can see it clearly this way. You can see what I see. You can see what I see. It says Gavin. It says Newsom blames oil companies for the high gas prices in California. Newsom blames Nick Shirley for fraud in California. Nick Shirley. I'm sorry. Gavin Newsom blames ICE for crime in California. Failed as a governor of California. Time and time again. Oh my gosh, this is kind of funny here. I guess Nick Shirley, it says time to knock out the dope. I guess the rope of dope. It says here Nick versus Gavin there. The tiger. Here we go. Here is who's juiced up on fraud. Who's juiced up on fraud? Wow. What a shot of that right there. Who's really juiced up on fraud? Oh my gosh. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? It says get him. Oh my gosh. Get him out of office already. Disgraceful. They got green slime just burning down there in the smile. This AI stuff just getting just better and better with time. It seems like it's getting scary though. I tell you that. It's getting very scary. Oh, let's see this here. Another one here. Anything else that catches my eye? Just getting feels fast. Nope. Okay, let's go back and see if we find any new stories right now, guys. Trying to find some repurposed, real good stories. Guys, once again, who am I? This is For Real with Mike. Right now, just talking about the investigation they have dealing with Gavin Newsom and the California stuff. Fraud. It says here, Trump's. Let me refresh it. I don't know. Some days it's like a lot of stuff. Sometimes it's not. It says climate activists. I talked about Black to Hochul's office. Benny Johnson here. Demands redistricting reparations. I don't want to touch another guy that does this. I'm trying to say. It says Trump revised the Obama. Wait a minute. Oh, this is new? No, not gonna do it. Okay, here we go. It says here, we talked about the kids. Trump says proclamation reviving. It's just saying the same thing. Karen Bass is trending really heavy. Let's see what Karen Bass. She was trending yesterday as well, though, and I didn't want to touch her. Sometimes Karen Bass is just a little it's just a headache. I haven't checked out The View in a minute. The View is due to do something weird. Am I right or wrong? The View is always 25 minutes. Did she say anything dealing with 22? It says two-time Oscar winner Sally Fields tells us doesn't deal with politics. Let's see here. Oh, nope, that's old. Oh, nope, nothing dealing with The View here. Okay, CNN. Then we're going to get into the politicians. I'm just trying to see here. Oh, this is a shot of CNN here. It says U.S. sinks 6 small Iranian boats in the Strait of Hormuz and terrain fires in the U.S. Navy. Okay, here we go here. This is CNN also. Oh, let's get some better angles on this one here. Oh, I got the best angle. Okay, here we go. I got the best angle for you to see these things here. It says Iran attacked U.S. forces more than 10 times during the ceasefires, Pentagon officials say. Adding to it below. It is below threshold for restarting the comeback operation. It says Iran has attacked U.S. forces more than 10 times since ceasefire began, Pentagon officials say. And let's see the photo right there. Oh, that's the shot right there. That's the shot right there. See something here. This is today too. I'm gonna give you the good. I'm gonna give you the bad, guys. This is the other side. This right here is the latest things what CNN is saying here. Let's see what CNN is saying about the economy and everything. And then I'm gonna show you what Fox News is doing too, if they have anything. Yeah, but she do a tight angle on this one here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it tight. Yeah, let's take a look at this one here. Let's take a look and see what we can do on this one. Take a look at this here. It says prices for gasoline. It says price for a gallon of gas. Let's take a look at this.
Oh my goodness gracious. Just take a look at the price of gasoline for a gallon of gas. The national average right now is $4.48, but you think that's bad. Go out to the left coast. Top in the United States, $6.13. There's even a gas station out there where the cost is about $10 per gallon. And of course, if you've ever been out there, you always know that the prices in California for a gallon of gas are just simply put absolutely outrageous, running well ahead of the national average. The folks in California really getting hurt by this increase in gas prices.
Part of the reason for that is they have a higher gas tax, right?
That's exactly right. One of the big reasons why you see this big difference right here is, in fact, the gas tax out in California. And our partners at USA Facts help provide this data for us. Take a look here, the state gas tax and fees per gallon. In the average state, it's 33 cents. California, again, the top in the nation, more than double that at 71 cents. Now, Johnny B, the quick math here is what? A difference of 38 cents?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one to do in your head, but yes, 38.
Yes, it's 38. I know, it's very, very difficult. My math lessons, you're trying to work this morning. 38 cents. A decade ago, the difference here was just 11 cents. So what you're essentially seeing here is that Californians are feeling the pain more and more over the last decade. when it goes to the gas pump, because one of the big reasons why is the state gas tax and fees per gallon have been climbing ever higher.
How do voters there feel about this?
Okay, so you see this 38-cent difference here. You see this, what is this? Nearly $2 difference here. And not much of a surprise here. California standards for energy and gas, not worth the added gas costs. Look at this. Among all voters, 57% say it's not worth it. Among independents, it's 61%. It's going to be very interesting to see if there's a question night when it comes to those gas costs, because Californians are clearly feeling the pain. And many of them at this point say, you know what? It's just simply put, not worth it.
They're going to be talking tons about the cost of living tonight. I can almost guarantee it, but it'll be interesting to see where they place the blame. On California, on the Gavin Newsom regime, or on President Trump. I think it will depend on which party they are in.
Yeah, I think it might just be John.
Harold Litton, thank you very much for
Wow. What's going on, Sid? I see you there, Sid. I see also that Kathleen Ashley is at 440 is still cheaper over the other average, yes. And then Joe Biden there. The national comparison, California contains more than 20. Talk about the hospitals there. Endeavor. The stupidest thing that the states did was put a tax on fuel. Yeah, you know what? In California, I saw those things. I actually saw those things come up again and again and again. And for the reasons why they do it, it seems like, it was for climate for a time and time, and then it was for different things. And the tax, it seems like the Democrats do more tax, and they say, the Republicans. Listen, the Democrats know how to tax. They tax. If you own a home, you pay property tax. They up the taxes. Then they get old people with the taxes too. Now, they used to be set into it. Now it's still set. But they still want to tax people. Their tax goes up, 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 up now. And you see someone who buys a new home versus one that, had it for a while, and you say, oh my gosh, you're paying that much in property taxes? And we still got homeless people? They still want more money? They're taxing the low and the middle class. They're taxing the heck out of us. That's what's going on over and over. They're not taxing the wealthy. They're not taxing them. They say they want to, but the Democrats are not doing that. They're not doing that at all. And when they're in office, they still, like California right now, I don't hear them, they talk about some one-time wealth tax here. Let's see what else they're talking about. This is Arnold Schwarzenegger. He kind of he gets on them pretty much here. Arnold Schwarzenegger just ended CNN's Jay Tapper to his face. Ooh, I got to see this. Ooh, I didn't hear about this here. I don't watch CNN. I really don't watch CNN. And if I do, it's by accident. Okay, I can give him one thing, though. When you turn it into the, you turn it on the, cable station, and you see CNN, MSNBC, and Fox News. It seems like Fox News, sometimes their pictures the worst. I don't know who they hire or what, but sometimes it seems like their angles and stuff, and it seems like their pictures and just not. I don't know what it is. It seems like the images are not the best. It's not, out of the three, is not the best. It's the least. Okay. That's my opinion on that. And so sometimes when I'm watching stuff that's like a main event, not main event, but something special, I say, I can't even, it's just the angles, the fonts, everything is not there. It's not hitting right. Okay, here we go. Maybe I'm just too particular on it because I'm looking at stuff like that nowadays. But I noticed that. Let's listen to Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Terminator. I'll be back. What do you say? I'll be back. I've heard that when he looked around the window frame, like, I'm going to drive right through this puppy here. Oh my gosh, that's a whole generation of stuff going on. Arnold Schwarzenegger is in my generation. Okay, let's listen to what Arnold said.
Do you believe that the Republican Party is starting this?
No, Jake. There has been gerrymandering going on for 200 years. There is such extreme gerrymandering going on that in a state like Massachusetts, it has like 40% of the people voting for Trump. They have 0 representatives. The Republican Party has 0 representatives sent to the House. Think about that. In New Mexico, 45% of the people voted for Trump and voted Republican, and 0 is sent to the House. 0 representatives from the Republican Party.
0.
So there's gerrymandering, crazy gerrymandering going on all over the country. And we wanted to try to stop it in California. And we did stop it in California. And we went around the country. So I think this whole thing about finger pointing and saying they did it, so therefore we should doing it, that's not really the way to go. The one party should outperform the other party. It should be performance. And when it comes to midterm elections, as you know, always the party that is not in the White House usually wins by 20, 25, 30 seats. So what does 5 seats matter in the first place in Texas? It is crazy. We should outperform them. That is where the action is.
Let's talk about another issue you care passionately about. You met with Pope Leo earlier this month to discuss your efforts to.
Wow, he checked him. No. It's always been Michael. Oh, the hammer. Mike said that. And I cut him. I said, no, I'm not sure. Hey, guys, he just said it's been gerrymandering since it started, guys. Since the country started, it's been gerrymandering. Let's get real with it. Temper said he's out. Well, then move on. Orange Schwarzenegger. Oh, my gosh. Older he gets, the more I understand him better. Oh my gosh, the older he gets, the more I understand this. It says human to human transmission. Oh, this is CNN also. Let's see what CNN is talking about here. I got to get a better angle on this. I'm going to get this one here. It says human to human transmission suspected on the border of, what's this, Hatana virus, whatever it says here. It says cruise ship who says. Oh my gosh. Wow, I didn't know that's some these ships here. Oh my gosh. All I can remember is the Spirit is gone. Everybody's saying Carnival's next. Spirit's gone. Carnival's next. That's the only thing I've heard lately. Let's see about them here. Oh, this is, you know what this is going on. Look at this lady here. Can you believe this? I just turned to this right here. Look at this lady here. You know what she's meaning by it. When you see him do that, she's pointing and going bam, bam. Why would you want violence like that? And I don't even want to promote that nonsense like that here. I recommend a treadmill here. Okay, this is right here. Some other news here. CNN reports that the AAU in the U.S. and Israel are planning to launch an attack on Iran within 24 hours. That was yesterday, and they even didn't do it. They did. I haven't heard anything about it. See, this thing here. This right here. If you just got here late, guys, here, this is a fact. It's not fiction. This is reality here. This is for real with Mike. For real. It's for real with Mike, guys. And I'm Mike here. Also, let's talk about this one here. It says Trump, according to CNN, I see I'm at 100% approval within the Republican Party. Let's listen to Trump's own words as he says this. Check this out.
On the filibuster, Mr. President, you posted a lot about wanting to eliminate the filibuster. It hasn't happened. Are you disappointed in leader?
Yeah, no, I'm disappointed. I like John a lot, but he has a couple of Republicans that are foolish people. A couple of them I like, a couple of them I can't stand, actually, if you want to know the truth. Although I am, according to CNN, 100% approval within the Republican Party. That's better than your record, Gary. I'm at 100% approval. Did you see the CNN poll? Nobody talks about it. CNN, I think the people that did that poll probably got fired. But within the Republican Party in MAGA, which is basically 100% of the party, I think. But
wow. What a hell of a thing right there. 100% approval rating. It's fact. I think I shared that too. I think it happened like last week. I showed that. The week before I took my break. Here we go here to learn some stuff and upgrade. Let's see here. Let's take another look and see what's going on here. I want to see the latest things that's going on here. Some more things. That was just CNN. Now, I guess I get into the politicians now. Oh my gosh. I guess I get into the politicians here. Am I ready for them? I'm cutting back on the YouTube shorts here. Let's take it here. Here we go. This right here is just recently here. See, that's a good shot. That's a good shot right there. That's a good angle right there. Check this out. It says President Trump is empowering small businesses. This National Small Business Week, owners are celebrating the historic wins President Trump and the Republicans have secured to surge the development and growth of American-made businesses. American-made businesses, guys. American-made businesses. This is what you should want for this country. Not any other country. But here, okay, let's see what else we got here. What else is new? Let's see here. What's this going on? Oh, I got him. I don't know what this going on. Chairman Getters, what's his name? It says here, let's go down this a little bit. Square him up. Perfect. He might say something that's really good. It says the Democrats have sold out American workers for decades, and that's why everything President Trump and the Republicans do is to help Americans achieve the American dream. Oh, I like to hear this one here. Redistricting, the battle shakeup in the primaries here. Let's listen to what he's saying. These Democrats for decades. Oh my gosh, let's take a listen to this. Check this out.
The president's been hitting it since day one. You know, the Democrats used to say they're the party of the working class, but they've, Washington elites have sold the average American down the road for 50 years. This president has put the average American worker in the forefront every single day since he's been elected. Look at the big, beautiful bill, no tax on tips, overtime, Social Security, everything that he's done. The Small Business Week, then to focus on that. Everything this president does is try to make sure that every single American out there can achieve the American dream. And I think once we message that, and we're going to do things that's never happened before, like the midterm convention, to actually be able to showcase all these incredible things that the president has done for the country. The president's been
wow, yeah, I think he's right. He's point on there. That's what they need to run on. I think they need to start a little bit earlier too. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see what we got here. There we go. We got another one here. Check this out. See who she is. It says Michigan Democrat Senate candidate here, Abdul Asik, whatever his name, compares Hassan Piker's vile comments to disgraceful. This guy here is actually, I can't remember he's running. I think he's running in Michigan here. It says vote for Abdul. I don't know if you remember that. There's a clip of that here. I guess he's at a podcast here and he's going to check out and see what he's saying here. It's amazing. 9/11 wasn't that long ago, guys, but these Muslims politicians are running game. And I'm seeing more Indians in the Republican Party running game as well. Here we go here. We got Muslims running game in the Democratic Party, and we got Indians all sprinkle out throughout. Kash Patel, the second lady. This got so many other ones. Lady here also that's doing something else for Trump. It's like Indians everywhere. I didn't know we had that many, but they're all in politics now, and they start sprinkling in the same thing with these Muslims. I was like, I didn't know we had Muslims in politics. They are all over the Democratic, sprinkle everywhere, and they're moving strongly, and they're saying some weird far left things, and no one is putting a pause button on this. Here's Abdul right here. Let's listen to Abdul and check him out. A Democrat.
When you were one-on-one with Piker, did you ever debate with him, take him on one-on-one, disagree with him?
There are definitely issues that we disagree on. Definitely. I mean, look, there are issues I disagree with my own wife on. I just think it's kind of a crazy thing for us to imagine that in the real world, that any two people 100% align with each other.
When you were one-on-one with Piker?
I hate these softball questions. I'll ask him, how do you feel about 9/11? How do you feel about these Muslim different groups? How do you feel about this? These ice cream damn questions. Push back, people. Push back. That's what I'm talking about. It seems like when they get their same party, they do that. I'm trying to push back when I get a phone call from a Republican a little bit. I'm trying to question and just push back a little bit. There's too much ice cream calls here. It seems like this guy's going over and over again here. If you missed it earlier, guys, that's right, guys. Our President Trump nailed it in the Oval Office, guys. He was great with the kids. He also here is talking about ceasefire and stuff. He's in his pocket there with the reporters now. He says, if somebody asks him and says, what does Iran need to do to violate the ceasefire? He's going to answer the question around with kids and other people. He does a great job over and over again. I'm telling you, he's in his bag when he's around this. He's very comfortable and he likes it. Likes being around the cameras more than ever. And I think he got people around him that likes to be around him. There goes J.D. Vance there, right there. He says Cincinnati casting a ballot to today's Ohio primary. That's J.D. Vance with one of his sons showing him the American dream right there to vote. Yep. And citizens to vote, right? This is 3 hours ago here. This is Fox News here. It says, my country has the most comprehensive agreement with ICE. Oh, let's see what's going on. As a result, we moved 2,000 illegal immigrants from my country in just 1 year. Many of them were involved in things such as attempted MR, kidnapping, robbery, drugs, dealing, and gang activities. Okay, he's just talking about here. This is New York City here. Yeah, I want to listen to this Blankman here, Bruce Blankman. Let's take a listen to him and see what's going on here. This is interesting.
My county has the most comprehensive agreement with ICE in the United States. Both my police department and my sheriff's department have a 287G agreement with ICE. And as a result, we've removed 2,000 illegal migrants from my county in just 1 year. Many of them were involved in things such as attempted murder, rape, kidnapping, robbery, drug dealing, gang activity. So we are a much safer county, we are a much safer region, a much safer state when you cooperate with ICE. And by the way, we didn't raid churches, we didn't raid schools, we didn't raid daycare centers or hospitals. By cooperating with ICE, we had control over what they were doing, and it's worked out incredibly well for us.
I like that. I like that a lot. I see the one of the other Indian lady here from the Trump administration. Her name is Dylan. I think her name is Dylan. Let me see here. I saw a photo of her. Oh, that's not her. These are not. These are not. This is what made me click on this stuff. It said like it was politics. Okay, I saw her name, but that's not it. Okay, here we go. Here, let's go to the next one here. So can I continue on? These are all retweets. 4 hours ago, it says Trump drug maker deals. Here, no, not that one. I saw something on the side here. You can't click anything on the side. Okay, here. Oh, wait a minute. It says Secretary of State Rubio briefings members. Hey, let me see here. What's this going on here? No, it hasn't started yet. All right, let's take a look at stuff and see if we find some more latest things that's going on as well. Let's see here. Proclamation that no Fox News, no revised, no climate, no. Clarence Thomas becomes Supreme Court's second longest serving justice. Oh my gosh, Clarence, breaking news, guys. Clarence Thomas here. Apparently, he seems like he's the second longest. It says here, let's see what you see, what I see here. It says here, it says Justice Gorsuch, I think I said that, just gave a huge praise to Justice Clarence Thomas as he becomes the second longest Supreme Court justice in history there. Just listen to what he says there. Let's see what he says here. Oh, I got to go down a little bit here. Wow, this is very interesting. Here, just listen here. I don't hear anything about CNN or MSNBC saying something great about this black man's achievement. They all for the minority, but they don't want to call anything out now. Maybe because he's on the right side, huh?
I adore that man. He is a great student and scholar of the Constitution. The ideas that we discuss in this book and try and introduce to children are things he feels incredibly passionate about. He also has maybe the best laugh of anyone I know, a great booming laugh that echoes through the court all the time. People in the court, he knows everybody's name. He's a man of great and deep faith. And he has lived the American story, the American dream. And if anybody wants to know more about Clarence Thomas, I just cannot recommend his book, My Grandfather's Son, enough.
All right.
Damn.
I adore
My Grandfather's Son. Damn. Like it a lot. Clarence Thomas there. Look at Clarence Thomas there. Oh, that's back in the day with Anita Hill. Oh my gosh, that was a young Clarence Thomas there, boy. Oh my gosh, that's a young Clarence. This is young Clarence Thomas there. That's Anita Hill. If y'all, the young guys don't know. Baby Turtlefish, you see you. What's up, chat? How's everybody doing? I see you there, Turtlefish. Oh my gosh, Baby Turtlefish is in. Yeah, that's a young Clarence Thomas there. Anita Hill. I don't know who was lying there. Was Anita Hill lying or was Clarence Thomas lying? Either way, Clarence had the best line there. You know, he talked about it. Everyone's getting jammed me up. What about all y'all being jammed up? No one's getting jammed up but me today. Oh my gosh, here we go. Let's take a look at that there. Oh, that's Clarence Thomas there taking a photo. Yes, congratulations to the great Clarence Thomas for reaching yet another historic milestone this week. Is becoming the second longest serving member in the Supreme Court. Yeah, yes, his impact has been unmatched. Woo! The Democrat parties can bear the differ on that one, but us Republicans, yes, we can say that. Yeah, we can say that. We can feel that. I guess he has a book here. We're gonna see here. We're gonna get some good look here. Make sure I get a better angle on this right here. There we go. I got a better angle right there. That's the speaker, the Senate speaker. No, the House representative there. Mike Johnson, I guess, is his wife, and then Oh, Clarence, I forgot he got a white wife. But you know, Anita Hill was black, though. Clarence says that these black women, boy, they'll turn on you. I guess he got him a white wife there. Look at that. I think his wife is white. I don't know. Look at that. Clarence Thomas there. So there. He's like, yeah, I'm living the dream under Lincoln. Oh, my gosh. President Lincoln there is free the slaves. Oh my gosh, the 16th president, Abraham Lincoln. We have to know that, right? Congratulations. Yes, definitely there. Yeah, for the humblest in the beginnings and through the hard working and the faith and the oh my gosh, the convention to become one of the most influential leaders in American history. Yeah, I gotta see that there. Look at that right there. Can you see that? Oh, see, can I go down? I can't go down there. I can see that. It says here that it says from the Wall Street Journal opinion here that the triumph of Clarence Thomas as he becomes the second longest serving justice in the Supreme Court has shifted his way. Oh my gosh, editorial Sunday. Okay, well look at that. That's pretty good. I was unaware of that. That's something beautiful there. Beautiful. It's beautiful to me. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see what else we got going on, guys. More the latest things I can find. These are the latest things I can find as well. This guy here, he goes on pretty good in talking about Clarence Thomas. I'm like, they must be buddies. Or does he have part of the book deal with Nick Shirley? You know, Nick Sorter, I'm telling you, I'm starting to admire this man. And this guy is whoever's on his team. They're all on it constantly where I look for stuff. He's there. Here we go here. Okay, let's take a look and see what else the latest things going on here. That was a nice little story there. That was refreshing there to see that. Clarence there. Clarence, it's good to see you, man. Good to see that you're still there. A lot of people, Nick Shorter is live now as well. Let's see here. Clarence Thomas becomes the Supreme Court. Get that one. Climate activist. That was nonsense. Trump revives. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's a crash. Criticism of Oval Office. No. Fox News here. It says it's in the hospice. I talk about Trump science proclamation. Alberta. I'm not going to talk about Massey. Let's see what Massey's in the news. I tend not to click on these things because sometimes it just it's hard to find what's going on here. It says Bloomberg here, Laura Bloomberg here jumped on him here. It seems like here it says Thomas Massey. Let me see. Can you see? Can't see all that. I see. It's not fair. There you go. You can see more now. Okay, here we go. It says here. It says Thomas Massey here. It says he's on the videos justifying to me his voting record, which includes voting with Ilhan Omar. Oh my gosh. And the squad to strip President Trump of his war powers. Funny how Massey's campaign calls ads highlighting this disgusting. And something else it says there. Listen to you can say what you will with Bloomberg, but she's rocking hard with Trump. I tell you that. And you know what, Massey? Listen. This call himself a Democrat. This would be the best thing to do. That's when I listen to people like Turtlefish. Buster, not Turtlefish. Buster, Starfish. I kind of like when he says, "Well, I like Massey." I go, "What do you like about him?" He finessed it. Margie Taylor Greene out of her position. That's right, guys. I said it. She was on all these videos and pictures and stuff. She got finessed it out of her position, leaving MAGA and joining this guy, and he's still standing. Now she's out. I saw her doing all this stuff. I don't know if they had something going on with each other, but there's a lot of pictures and a lot of videos of them two together. And she straight up got finessed out of the position there. There we go right there. And I don't know. I'm trying to think. Buster, is he trying to finesse me out of my position here? Yeah, Mike, move more to the middle. I am in the middle. I'm trying to be in the middle. The Democratic Party has left me. But I still keep an open eye and listen to him. Here we go here, guys. But let's listen to what he says here because Laura Bloomberg group here, they're pretty up on Trump. But this guy is voting, he says he's voting on issues, but it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up unless he doesn't understand the main scheme of things is going on. Here we go. Check this out. But, everything in the dark comes in the light.
Congressman, why are you working with Ilhan Omar to limit President Trump's war powers and ability to protect Americans?
It's not President Trump's war powers.
It is. He's the president, right? He's the president. He's commander in chief. So him being the commander in chief, he has the power.
Madison Wesley,
who's the president right now?
Resides in Congress, and there's no more important authority that Congress has than the power to declare war or not. So this is not the president's authority. He has the authority and the obligation to wage the war, to conduct the war, but it's only Congress who can authorize.
But Ilhan Omar tweeted support for your resolution. Why are you working with her?
That's a good one. See, I think what he said was completely right. Congress, yeah, but he does have 90 days. It says here, Massey, it's more stuff here. Someone says May 4th here. This is another picture of Massey here. They're on Massey. Best to believe. I hope he has clean everything because they're checking him out. I'm pretty sure they're checking everything about him out here. It says here, it's going here. This is Secretary Rollins on behalf of the meat buns. Nope. Nope. Anything else from Massey? That's the only video. Well, Massey's trending. He's trending just on that. Oh, that was Margie Taylor Greene right there. Speaking of Margie Taylor Greene, she got finessed straight out of, I think it's Massey. I don't know. No one's talked about it, so I don't know why I mentioned it here. Oh, look at this right here. This is Wednesday. Oh, that's today. Tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow, I can't get it out. Tomorrow, Tucker Carlson and Thomas Massey, Wednesday, live at 6 Eastern time, only on Tucker Carlson. Here, Thomas Massey. These guys here, these two guys here, I don't feel them. Tucker, I 1 minute I go, okay. The next minute I find something weak and he says here. He said, I didn't say that, and clearly he did say something. He goes back and forth a little bit to me. I like to be, try to be solid here. That's in April. Let's see what else we got here. This is today. If you watch this, you see, what's this? Somebody's promoting something. What is he writing a book or something? The Massey Revolution. Oh, Massey's trying to push something. Okay. Oh, this is somebody else is on him today. Wait, he got an ad. This is an ad. It says Mega Kentucky. Oh, somebody's running against him, it looks like. Let's take a look at this here. Somebody got an ad against him, it looks like here. Oh, somebody got Major Taylor. Oh, somebody's touching on Margie Taylor Greene as well. Stupid hypocrisy. Okay, listen to this. Listen. I'm not the only one that saw this stuff. Check this out.
Thomas Massey caught in a throuple in Washington. He's cheating with the squad on the America First movement. Massey voted with the squad against Trump's tax cuts. Massey voted with the squad against finishing Trump's wall. He voted with them against hiring new border agents. Well, this is worse than adultery. It's a complete and total betrayal of President Trump and Kentucky conservatives. On May 19th, fire Thomas Massey. MAGA Kentucky is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Wow.
Thomas Massey caught in a throuple in Washington.
Look at the AI on that, guys. I can't make this stuff up. Damn it. Look at the AI on this here. They're on Thomas Massey. Massey. I can get it out. Massey. Buster, are you watching this, Buster? Oh my gosh. They're on Thomas Massey. He might not even be there anymore. Look at that AI stuff. They're putting the kitchen sink in there. Does he have the money to hold up? I don't know that. It says Thomas Massey or one of the PACs supporting him. Oh, had an ad aired. Use AI to defame him. I don't know if that's good, guys. I don't know if that's good. Just thinking about that. You raised the question, would you want that done to you? Would you want that done to the person you like or the person you care about? Would you like someone to do the same thing to you? Got to call balls and strikes. I don't like the ad. I think it's going to move a lot of people too. We're dealing with AI now. We're dealing with AI and people got simple minds. They're going to have to do something with the AI. Even when I first saw it, my first emotions was like, ooh, look at that. And then realized that, oh my gosh, that's AI. I know it's AI, but yeah, the images are still in your mind. If the images are still in your mind, that's how, mentalists get into your game of showing little images as your subconscious mind and stuff. But these are the actual images that stick even longer. These images that stick longer when you get into the voting booth. I tell you, the Democrats do it to Trump. They say it over and over again. If you say something a lie long enough, they start to believe it. It's true. The psychology of a human mind does that. Oh my gosh. But let's watch it one more time, guys. One more time. Let's see, one more time here. One more time. I don't approve this at all. This is so disgusting. But let's see what's going on. Let's see how this goes. One more time.
Thomas Massey caught in a throuple in Washington. He's cheating with the squad on the America First movement. Massey voted with the squad against Trump's tax cuts. Massey voted with the squad against finishing Trump's wall. He voted with them against hiring new border agents. Well, this is worse than adultery. It's a complete and total betrayal of President Trump and Kentucky conservatives. On May 19th, fire Thomas Massey. MAGA Kentucky is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Wow. What did it say? Mega. It says vote for endorse. It says here Captain Ed Garin. Is he Garin? It says here, and then it got some other stuff here like it's a movie. Oh my gosh. That's what politics is turning to, guys. Here it says hospitals posting pricing finally. Hospitals are posting pricing finally. Ooh, well, that's something good to do there. It says be with you. See, I hate Trump. Someone says it be with you. I hate Trump here. So I see here I see user says everyone can tell this is AI. Buster says Democrats assume that they have the black vote, and Republicans assume that they can't win the black vote. That's true, baby turtlefish. That's the whole demise is. I think black people want them to court them. At least the ones that vote, not the ones that don't vote. I think the ones that vote, that seriously vote, they want the Republican Party. This is an olive branch of saying, you know what? We're going to do something for you. We're going to actually do something for you. I think even the Hispanics as well. They most of them are Catholic. They believe they have strong morals and families and stuff. I think a lot of more Hispanics, Asians, the same way. I think they don't court them enough. They don't put it out there enough. That's my honest opinion, baby turtlefish, on that one. Because morally just and right, you see that because it's so easy. It's so easy to tell a lie. And stick to the truth. It's just like, these people lie all the time. Sometimes people just lie and they just say, I don't know why I lie. Just lie. And you go, huh? You go, what? Okay, let's take a look at this, guys. The latest things that's going on. That was one hell of an AI thing there. What am I on this one? How did I find that one? Oh, I did the hottest things with Massey. I don't know if I'm going to show that one. I might repurpose that one. I don't know. They're pushing. This is another ad, guys. Look at this one here. They did another one here. Kentucky 4th Congressional District here. Debate tonight. They have a debate tonight, I guess. So they're going to have a debate now. Look at this here. They got him. Oh, okay. Massey's. Well, someone did one. I guess these independent people are doing it. I guess I can't get it. If independent people do it, this is today too. AI just crossed a dangerous. This guy is talking about it here. So can you see this? Oh, you can't see. Why you can't see what I see? Oh, he jumped. That's why. This guy right here is talking about it here. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to put what he says here right there. He says here, this is Next Week's Network here. Next Week Network says AI just crossed a dangerous new line in Kentucky's GOP primary. A deep fake style hit on Thomas Massey, exposing how fast elections can be poison if this works here. Yeah, every conservative is next. Every conservative is next. Wow. AI dirty war exposing Kentucky primary. Yeah, this guy here is talking about it. It's definitely, I didn't like it. He's showing the clip right there at the bottom left, the bottom right there. Yeah, it is. It's pretty wicked. I don't know if I want to talk about it, but since he talked about it, I guess maybe I'll talk about it, Give me something to talk about, I guess, here. Massey, I don't know. He doesn't understand. Look at that. He's shaking hands with somebody. That's not AI. He's being funny, though. We all be funny. We all have this little humor in us, right? Let's see what we got here. That didn't like that. But it's trending really hard. That's it again. The numbers are pretty decent. A lot of people are clipping on it and reacting to it. Okay, let's see what we got here. Another one here. Yeah, I'm going to stop it right there. Yeah, stop it here. Okay, here. Yeah, right there's a two. Watch it. The problem is people do not understand how important it is to stand up, to go out and vote. Speak up. Speak up. Yes. Someone asked me if I was GDP, Chat GPT. I think it's T. Yeah, yeah. You know what? I know, huh? Endeavor. I don't know. Sometimes I used to think that when I first met. No, I think yeah. 'Cause I never did hear your voice. I think you called one time. That makes a difference. See here, it's hard to say. You know what? I thought watcher now. I was like, oh my gosh, I think maybe that's. You know what? Maybe she's not. It's just she speaks well. And talks. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Money bomb. Guys, finish the fight. Oh my gosh, here. We need Masi to win. This is someone. This Bob Good is saying that. No, Bob Good. Okay, that's trending. Cuba is trending, guys. Cuba is trending. No, I gotta be careful why Cuba is trending. See, they do all this inappropriate stuff here. Wait. Nick Shirley alert. Nick Shirley alert in Cuba. What's Nick Shirley doing in Cuba now? And it's actually Nick Shirley's account. Nick Shirley's in Cuba here. Guys, I'm watching it for the first time and listening to the first time too. It's 13 minutes long. I don't know if I'm going to watch all 13 minutes. My attention span now. Okay, here we go. It says here, Nick Shirley, this is from Nick Shirley, said, I was almost taken hostage in Cuba. So I went to Cuba to document the humanitarian. What are you doing there? Humanitarian and crisis and show life under the 60 years of communism and now amid the U.S. blockade. Once I landed, they seized all my cameras except my iPhone and had intelligence agents follow me all day. Hell yeah, they did. Nick, come on, Nick. You lucky you made it out of there. Man, Nick, are you all right, man? Nick said, I'm about to expose this stuff. What's the next big story? Go to Cuba. I like that, Nick, but I almost heard a theory. You got the complexion for the protection. Protection for why would you do that, man? That is wacky. Well, okay, that's hot news with Nick Shirley there. Was I guess with Cuba. Let's see anything else new with Cuba going on here. Cuba, we got people going through Cuba here. Castro right there. That's kind of old. That's old. So I guess that was Nick Shirley. That's why Cuba was hot right now. What get me was all those old vehicles they have, those old American vehicles. Let's see what else is trending really fast here. I'm giving you the latest things that's going on right now, guys. I'm trying to find the latest things that's going on here as well. And then what time we got here? Okay, I'll repurpose one or two here. Okay, let's see here. Okay, we had Clarence Thomas here becomes the Supreme Court's second largest serving justice here. Burchett, this is new. Revised the push to save the America Act amid McConnell's clash. Oh, let's see what this is. Is this really new? Sometimes these stories are not new. Sometimes these stories are not new. I guess he might have said some video clip there. Yeah, sometimes these are not new. It says here, Fox News exposes hospice fraud. I talk about that climate activist arrested. Finally got arrested. It looks like it's arrested blocking. They show us handling with kid gloves. I tell you again, guys, I would have had him out of there quickly and swiftly. It would have been fair. It would have been just. Here we go here. It says Trump signs the proclamation. Yeah, I got that in here. Cuba, Bernie. Bernie's trending now. Bernie is ahead of... Okay, let's see what we got going on here with Bernie. Bernie. 3 hours here, and it says here... no. Oh, what's that? What is that? I got to see what that is. I'm kind of trying to check. I heard a sign of something positive. Let me see what's that. What's the sign of that? I don't see it. Gee, Willikers, I don't have it on all of them. Thank you, whoever it was. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I don't know what it was. It was somebody did something, so I really appreciate it. I don't have it on there. Oh, I see. Watcher sent a star. Thank you for sending a star, Watcher. All right, guys, I got to make sure I put it up. Okay, where's my show stuff like that? I got to look for it really fast. Chatbots? No. I think it's that one. I'm not sure if that's the one. We'll find out. Okay, I'm not sure that's the one. Okay, here we go. All right, let's keep it going. Oh no, it's alert bots. Alert bots is on though. Maybe it's too far down. I'm gonna move it up. There we go. Oh, that's too large. If that is it, I'm gonna downsize it. Okay, so next time I know if I'm on the screen, I know what happened, and everyone can see it as well. So I'm just altering it right now. Okay, I think I know Streamlabs. I think I know it inside out now. I can make overlays and all kind of stuff now, guys. I've tested all its functions. I think I know about 90% of. You have to click everything. It says ChatGPT is pretty funny. Yeah, GBD. They say it's pretty funny, honestly. Okay, I got it there. All right, let's see Bernie Sanders here. Let's see what old Bernie doing here. I'm gonna go down to the bottom here. I gotta get ready to repurpose this stuff too. I gotta make sure I try to do it for. It says here. Oh, where is it? It says here. It says Senator Bernie Sanders blasts Democrats while campaigning for the far left candidate, saying that voters don't respect them. Ooh, well, I don't know. Bernie's just, I don't know.
People are looking for an alternative. People want a vision as to where we go as a nation. Status quo politics is not good enough.
Jeez, what else did he say besides that? He's right. He's right there. You see here another one here. It's a close up of it. Same words. Bernie Sanders says that he's Graham Planner. He says, I did that yesterday. I talked about him yesterday. Okay, see anything else trending here? I'm gonna go back to the White House, guys, and then go back and see what the latest team's doing with the White House. Okay, apparently the White House is live doing something as well. It says here, 2 minutes in, it said the eyes of the world on the White House press briefing here. It says the White House press briefing. This is live right now with Marco Rubio.
An attempt to smooth things.
Guys, this is live right now. Breaking news live right now.
Rhetoric between President Trump and Pompeo.
No, I mean, it's a trip we had planned from before, and obviously we had some stuff that happened. And no, look, there's a lot to talk about with the Vatican. I'll give you one example. The Pope just returned from a trip to Africa, where the church is growing very vibrantly. And we have shared concerns about religious freedom, freedom in different parts of the world. We'd love to talk to them about that. The topic of Cuba, we gave Cuba $6 million of humanitarian aid, but obviously they won't let us distribute it. We distributed it through the church. We'd like to do more. We're willing to give more humanitarian aid to Cuba, by the way, distributed through the church, but the Cuban regime has to allow us to do it. They won't allow us to give their own people more humanitarian aid, and we're willing to do it through the church. So there's a lot to talk about.
And the president recently said that the Pope is endangering a lot of Catholics as a result of his rhetoric around the Iran war. Is that a sentiment?
Well, I don't think that's an accurate description of what he said. I think what the president basically said is that Iran can't have a nuclear weapon because they would use it against places that have a lot of Catholics and Christians and others for that matter. It goes back to the central point. I think the president, without trying to speak for him, but I think I can characterize it this way. He doesn't understand why anybody, leave aside the Pope, the president, and I, for that matter, I think most people, I cannot understand why anyone would think that it's a good idea for Iran to ever have a nuclear weapon. Look what they're doing with the Straits right now. They're holding the whole world hostage. They have these sailors, on commercial ships that are going to starve to death out there. They don't care. They don't care that this is melting down the economies around the world, even of their own allies. This is what they're doing with the Straits. What do you think they would do if they had a nuclear weapon? They would hold the world hostage with that nuclear weapon. That's what they would do. They would do exactly to the world with a nuclear weapon what they're doing now with the Straits. And I think the president's point is how anyone cannot see that as an unacceptable outcome and an unacceptable risk is beyond him. It's puzzling. And someone has to do something about it. The difference between this president and the 6 presidents that preceded him were that he's the only one that's actually been willing to do something about it. Everyone says Iran can't have a nuclear weapon, but you got to do something about it at some point. And he's been willing to address that threat. And that's what he promised he would do when he got elected, by the way, is address threats like this. I wish I knew your name.
Thank you so much, Mr. Secretary.
Can you put name tags on?
Thank you so much, Mr. Secretary.
Who are you with?
I'm with Rudao Media Network.
Okay.
Mr. Secretary, the president has said multiple times that weapons were provided to the Kurdish groups to pass on the Iranian people. However, Kurdish political parties and the regional government says they have not received such weapons. Even some claim these weapons remain in the U.S. base in the region. Can you clarify who those weapons were given to and whether you intend to retrieve them or still want to pass to the Iranian people?
Yeah, look, ultimately, what the president is expressing, and I think has repeatedly, is he wished the Iranian people had, look, he's heartbroken by these images. You think about it, you're an Iranian, okay? You're unhappy that your economy doesn't work for you. You don't have freedom. You don't have an opportunity to express yourself. You've got friends that have been shot in the head because they're out protesting. And it's heartbreaking to him to see that these people are abused in this way and have no measures to take against their own government as a result of it. By the way, this goes back, if you guys remember the protests in 2009 where they slaughtered people in the street. This is a vicious regime, guys. Okay? These are people that hang people from cranes in the town square so everyone can see. They continue these executions of people and have continue to do so for over a decade and a half now. And so I think what the president is expressing is the desire that he wishes the Iranian people had an ability to fight back against some of these things that are happening to them. And I would view that as distinct and separate from the specifics of this operation that was ongoing before it concluded, and certainly different from the operation that's going on now. Right there in the...
Regarding Colombia, Mr. Secretary...
Right behind you, not Colombia, right there. Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Secretary, thank you so much. On Lebanon, are
Yes.
we in a ceasefire or less fire? And the second question, do you think you would be able to achieve an agreement between Lebanon and Israel without risking a civil war in Lebanon? What are you doing to risk? What are you doing to?
No, I got it. I got the gist of your question. So look, here's the challenge with Lebanon. Okay, there's no problem between the Lebanese government and the Israeli government. Israel doesn't claim any land in Lebanon belongs to them, and by and large, I think a peace deal between Lebanon and Israel is imminently achievable and should be. The problem with Israel and Lebanon is not Israel or Lebanon, it's Hezbollah. Hezbollah operates from inside of Lebanese territory. They terrorize and attack Israelis, but they also are inflicting tremendous damage on the Lebanese people. The reason why Lebanon gets attacked by Israel is because of Hezbollah, because Hezbollah is hiding in some house, launching rockets against Israelis, and then they get hit. So what you're seeing now is Israeli responses to either attacks or perceived threats. And this is not new. This has been going on for a very long time. What is our hope? Our hope is to engage the Lebanese and Israeli governments under, our mediation at the table to achieve this. And that is having Lebanese armed forces and a Lebanese government, not just with a willingness, but with the capability to begin to challenge Hezbollah and disarm them. Because the Lebanese people are also victims of Hezbollah. And by the way, on the topic of Hezbollah in Lebanon, who is behind Hezbollah? Why do they exist? They're an agent of Iran. If you go through that Middle East and you identify every problem, Hamas, Hezbollah, to some extent the Houthis, obviously, and others, behind every one of these groups is Tehran. So apart from the nuclear weapons, apart from all these other things, these guys are behind all the bad actors. Hezbollah is a wing. It's an extension of Iranian desire to destabilize the region. So we're very committed to this process. It's not going to be easy. You're asking me a complex question. This has been going on for a very long time. It's not going to be easy. We're going to do everything we can to make sure that both sides continue to talk so that progress can be made on some sort of permanent ceasefire that isn't constantly spoiled by Hezbollah and by Hezbollah violence. Right in there.
Thank you, sir.
I'm winging it, guys. Okay, right there. Yes, sir.
You mentioned the 2 U.S. ships that safely crossed the Strait of Hormuz. Are other ships being told it's safer to get back to regular levels, or are we still going to see limits in place for the foreseeable future?
For obvious reasons, I'm not going to broadcast who we're talking to or who we're telling them to move. I mean, we want these operations to be safe, and I think as it unfolds and ships get through, we'll make those announcements after the fact, just for operational security purposes. But the goal here is pretty simple. Establish a zone of transit that is protected by a bubble, the United States, both naval and air assets. And then allow ships who want to move through there and get to market, to begin to increase confidence in the ability to do so. That doesn't happen in 12 hours. It takes time to set up that bubble and gain that confidence, but that's the goal. We have been in touch. We've been in touch, with a bunch of different liners about moving. And we're hoping to continue to improve the security situation, and we'll start to see some of that movement. And we'll announce it as it happens after the fact. We're not going to be like broadcasting, hey, tomorrow at 12, ship X is going to be coming through, for obvious reasons, because that degrades the security. But we feel confident we're going to be able to achieve that. Look, it's not going to solve the whole Straits problem. It's going to solve a lot of it, but it's important to challenge what Iran is doing now. Guys, again, if you take anything away today, and I can't tell you what to write, but Iran cannot be allowed to normalize this control of the Straits. It's completely unlawful, illegal, It's outrageous. And every country in the world should be joining us and condemning it and doing something about it. But the United States has stepped up and is trying to do something about it.
Regarding Colombia, Mr. Secretary, we've had several tourists.
I'm sorry. We'll see if we get to Colombia today. Go ahead. You guys have an election. Why don't you withdraw to your election?
Mr. Secretary, John Michael Ross with Daily Mail. I was curious about your meeting with Southcom earlier. There was a picture, a map of Cuba behind you. What did you discuss with Southcom about Cuba? And do you have any updates on?
I'm not going to tell you what I discussed with Southcom.
but it had to do something with Cuba.
No, Cuba's in Southcom. It's the closest part. And so the second point, I was there. Our ambassadors were in from the whole Western Hemisphere. I was addressing them, meeting the general who just took command of Southcom, and there happened to be a map of Cuba. And I said it'd be good if we took a picture in front of that map because it's like the closest thing in Southcom to the United States. So there it is. We have maps of other countries, huh?
What about Greenland? Did you update on Greenland?
No, they didn't have that map then. They only had in the red, right there in the red.
In the red, okay. Cristina de Telemundo, Mr. Sec. Can I ask you in Spanish or can I ask
you can answer in Spanish. You can ask me. They'll have to translate for them what you ask
me. I'll say it in English, and if you can answer in both languages. Today I checked the webpage of the State Department, and there's still a $25 million bounty on Diosdado Cabello, the Secretary of Interior, for drug trafficking and narco-terrorism. I was wondering if that has been put on hold or if you're negotiating with President Delcy Rodriguez to turn him over.
I don't have any updates for you on that. The website is what it is, and that's where it stands. That policy hasn't changed. But guys, let's be mature here a little bit. I'm not going to tell you about what we're talking about with the leader of these countries.
El Departamento de Estado sigue considerando a Diosdado Cabello un narcoterrorista y un narcotraficante, como dice en la página del Departamento de Estado.
La política de Estados Unidos en ese tema no ha cambiado, y cuando cambie te dejaremos saber. The politics of the United States on that, the policy of the United States on that topic hasn't changed. When it does, obviously we'll inform you, but I don't have any news for you on that today. Right there in the green. I'll get to you. Are you guys all the TV people?
Yeah. No.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go. I'm learning. They gave me a little map. I don't know where I put it of the people here. Some of you have like red X's. I'm kidding. No, that's not true. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. The average price of gas in the country right now is $4.50. Do you have a thought on how long Americans are supposed to kind of accept this? Do you think it will affect Republicans' majorities in the midterms?
Well, I'm not going to speculate on the politics of it. You can tell me. Look, it's obviously being driven by global events. That was true during the Russia-Ukraine war as well, where you saw that come up. Look, we don't benefit from the straits as much as other countries. I don't know if you've seen what the gas prices are like in other parts of the world that are really suffering big time. So we're very fortunate that the United States, I believe right now, is like the world's largest net exporter of oil and natural gas as a result, not because of this war, but because we have this capacity. So we've been insulated to some degree. We're obviously still vulnerable to some extent to global prices. But in the end, we're more insulated than other countries, even though that's not welcome news to Americans that are paying more at the pump, no doubt about it. And it certainly is one of the circumstances of it. There are people that were predicting would be much higher at this point, but we're not taking that for granted. Suffice it to say that think about it this way. Everybody needs to think about it this way. If Iran had a nuclear weapon and they decided to close the straits and make our gas prices like $9 a gallon or $8 a gallon, we wouldn't be able to do anything about it because they have a nuclear weapon. And a nuclear armed Iran could do whatever the hell they want with the straits, and there's nothing anyone would be able to do about it. And that's one of the many reasons, apart from like the massive loss of life in a nuclear strike, why Iran can never have a nuclear weapon. So this is an example of if they had a nuclear weapon, they closed the straits and they would tell the world, what are you going to do about it? We have a nuclear weapon. We can attack you with it. That's the world none of us want to leave behind. It won't happen under this president's watch, but some future president and in the future Americans will have to deal with this. So just one more example of why these guys can never be allowed to have a nuclear weapon. Right there in the black. Right you in the black. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
Where you? No, right there. You both are wearing black.
Thank you.
She's closer. No, you don't have black. You have blue on. I'm colorblind, but I know blue and black.
Thank you so much.
Right there. Yes, ma'am. No, you. The first one I called on.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
Thank you. This is chaos, guys. Go ahead.
Welcome to the White House.
You've long been a leading voice on human rights in China, and so including religious persecution and forced organ harvesting. So President Trump prepares to meet Xi Jinping next week. Do you expect human rights concerns to be on the table? Or to
we always raise those issues, and they remain true. And I think we've proven in some cases it's most effective to raise them in the appropriate setting. But we always raise those issues. They're important to us, among with others, of course. But those issues remain prominent in our view and in our conversation about these things. And we'll continue to raise them in the appropriate forums. All right, let's get to the fun. These guys are going to get mad. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Segment Kim, the Associated Press. You mentioned earlier that some countries have privately and publicly indicated their willingness to help with Project Freedom. Can you say how many have reached out to the U.S. With the offers of help and what kind of capabilities?
Well, thank you for your question. That's a good question. I mean, multiple countries have said we got to do something about it and fix it.
Is it like dozens or single digits or more than 100? Or?
I don't know. I don't put a number on it. I would just tell you that here's what I would say about it. The capabilities is the issue. Okay. A lot of countries would love to do something about it. They don't have a Navy. Right. Or they can't get there in time, or they can't. Others, are less, that some unfortunately do have a Navy are saying, oh, we'll be involved, but we'll be involved after it's over. Well, after it's over, it's kind of like, that makes sense. So, we'd like to have it. Now, there may be some utility in a post, closure mission. I'm not downplaying that, but I think that's been the challenge. But there are other ways they can help, unique ways that they can help. And I don't want to get into who these countries are for obvious reasons, because they are prepared to help us in certain ways, but maybe don't want that publicly disclosed for no other reason than it impacted foreign policy. It could have some domestic ramifications. But ultimately, I don't want to mislead you. The primary responsibility for this Project Freedom is on the United States because we're the only country that can project power in that part of the world the way we're doing now. We're the only ones that can do it, and we're going to do it as a favor to the world. Understand this. This is a favor to the world because it's their ships that are stranded. It's their fuel supplies that are stranded. By the way, it's there's humanitarian aid destined for different countries in the world that's stranded in the Persian Gulf right now. It's the fertilizer that they need for their food and crops that's stranded in the Persian, not our fertilizer, their fertilizer. So we want to be helpful, and that's why the president stepped forward, because we're the only ones that can. Frankly, we're the only ones that can.
Mr. Secretary, on the rising oil and gas prices, the president has said that this is a small price to pay for getting rid of a nuclear weapon. But 10 weeks in, are we any closer to getting rid of Iran's nuclear material?
Yeah, but look, here's the way to think about Iran, and this is what I described at the very beginning of this. What was Iran's plan? You have to understand what their plan was. Their plan was they were going to build this conventional shield where they would have so many thousands of missiles and drones and rockets that they couldn't be attacked. And behind that conventional shield that they were trying to build, they would then break out and do whatever they wanted with their nuclear program. They no longer have that conventional shield. Okay, we told you guys from the very beginning, and we're very consistent in this messaging. The operation that has concluded was going to destroy their Navy. They have no Navy left. They don't. Not a Navy. They have small boats and Boston whalers, but they don't have a Navy left. They don't have an Air Force. I challenge you. When is the last time you read or heard about an Iranian jet flying anywhere? They don't have an Air Force. Their missile launching capability has been substantially degraded, and their industrial base, their defense industrial base, has been severely, severely damaged. So their ability to build a shield behind which they could hide their nuclear program was wiped out. That's a very substantial achievement, and that was the purpose of this operation from day one.
Their nuclear material in order for this war to end.
Well, that's one of the topics that needs to be discussed. I don't know about. I think you're linking it. The operation is over. Epic Fury, as the president notified Congress, we're done with that stage of it. Okay, we're now on to this project of freedom. As far as a negotiation is concerned, I think the president's been clear that part of the negotiation process has to be not just the enrichment, but what happens to this material that's buried deep somewhere that they still have access to if they ever wanted to dig it out. That has to be addressed, and that's being addressed in the negotiation. I'm not going to go further on what progress has been made on that topic because I don't want to endanger the negotiations, but suffice it to say that the president and this entire team is aware of the centrality of that question, and that will have to be addressed one way or the other. Right there. Right there. Yes. Thank you.
Secretary, I have another two-part question for you.
Okay.
First, are you taking part in those negotiations that you just detailed there? And then secondly, President Trump has made it clear that the U.S. doesn't rely on the Strait of Hormuz. So why should Americans even care about Project Freedom and these shipping tankers going through?
Well, I think on the second point is the one I want to address first, and that is why should Americans care and why it matters to us? Because ultimately these things have an impact on the global economy, which ultimately has an impact on our economy in the long term. That's number one. Number two, because if we live in a world where a rogue state like this Iranian regime is allowed to claim as a new normal control of our international shipping lane, it will not be long before you see that happen in multiple shipping lanes around the world. I can identify for you six or seven vital shipping lanes around the world that some countries can decide, guess what? If Iran was able to do it, we're going to do it too. We're not going to start charging tolls. And it'll get closer and closer to us. That's unacceptable. We cannot live in a world. There's a lot of time and energy been invested behind the idea that international waters are free for the free flow of goods. The stuff we make in this country and export has to go through international shipping lanes. And for us to live in a world where a country can decide now we own the international shipping lane and you have to pay us if you want to use it, that is a normal that we will never be able to accept. And that's what the Iranians are trying to get us to do. So we're doing two things about it, and we haven't talked about the second one enough. The second thing we're doing is we're going to the UN. Everybody loves the UN, right? We're trying to go to the UN, and we're saying, okay, countries of the world, condemn this. Say that it is wrong for you to put mines there. It is wrong for you to shoot at commercial vessels. Guys, that's what we're talking about here. These guys are bombing commercial vessels. They're not bombing naval vessels. They're bombing commercial tankers. It's just outrageous. That needs to stop, and it needs to end. And if it doesn't, then the world should be diplomatically and economically isolating Iran as well. But if we live in a world where global shipping lanes can be taken over by countries, that'll have a direct impact on Americans in the short and the long term, and we can't let it start by Iran doing it. And we're the only ones that can do anything about it. All right. Right there in the green. Go ahead. Yes.
Venezuela. Mr. Secretary, does the president intend to press Beijing on its Taiwan policy when he visits China next week?
I'm sure Taiwan will be a topic of conversation. It always is. As you know, we understand the Chinese understand our position on that topic. We understand theirs. And I think both parties, without getting ahead of myself of what will happen in the talks, but I think both countries understand that it is neither one of our interests to see anything destabilize happen in that part of the world. We don't need any destabilizing events to occur with regards to Taiwan or anywhere in the Indo-Pacific. And I think that's to the mutual benefit of both the United States and the Chinese.
Secretary, Kara Castanova from Lindell TV. Thank you for taking my question today. How does the State Department...
What happened? Why is everybody giggling? What happened? Oh. I'm sorry. Are they mean to you?
No, they're not mean.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they are. I hope not. But I'm Kara from Lindell TV, and nice to ask you a question today, sir. How does the State Department interpret the president's recent remarks when he said, quote, the Iranian people need to have guns, and I think they are getting some guns, end quote. What did he mean, and do those comments relate to any ongoing or potential U.S. actions like supplying those weapons?
Well, I think it goes back to the question I was asked a moment ago. I think the president thinks it's heartbreaking that the Iranian people are abused by this regime the way they are. In the end, I mean, this regime is not... Guys, I know I've said this. I think I said this in my hearing before the Senate when I got confirmed. I don't know of any country in the world where there's a bigger difference between the people and the people who run the country. Okay, this country is run by radical Shia clerics. And that's not what Iran and the Iranian people are. Now, they may be Shia, but they're not radicals and they're not clerics, and they just want a normal life and a regular life, and in many ways a very cosmopolitan country with an incredible history and incredible legacy and the like. So there's this huge divide between the people of Iran, whom we sympathize with, and who the president sympathizes with, because they're the ones suffering. Look, the world is a victim of Iran, okay? The world is a victim of Iran because they're terrorists, because of what they're doing now in the Straits. But the people of Iran are daily victims of the regime, and the president has deep sympathy for what they're going through. And I think he's just expressing that sympathy and that frustration that they don't have the ability to do more to get rid of this regime that has crushed this country and isolated it from the world, which is a country that shouldn't be isolated from the world because its people are phenomenal. All right. I wish I had like a dice. Go ahead. Yeah. No, right there, because I'm going to Italy. Voy a Italia. Déjame hablar con el señor. Okay. He's Italian. I know him. He used to cover Capitol Hill. You're Italian, right?
For many years.
For many years.
Yeah,
okay.
Daniele Papatangelo. Thank you, Mr. Secretary. So I have two short questions for you.
Oh, damn, two questions.
First, as you head to the Vatican and Italy, how do you view the Pope's global role amid current geopolitical shift? And what are your objectives in Italy? Is this trip tied to recent remarks by the president suggesting Italy has not been supported as expected? And the second one is about the Hezbollah in Lebanon. On a recent interview on Fox News, you raised some concern about stronger vetting within the Lebanese armed forces. What do you make? Can you elaborate a little bit?
I've answered the first one about the Vatican. Look, I mean, the Pope is obviously the vicar of Christ, is a Roman Catholic, but he's also the head of a nation state and it's an organization that has a presence in over 100-something countries around the world. And we engage with the Vatican quite a bit because they're present in many different places. I've already outlined to you two examples. We worked with the Catholic Church on the distribution of humanitarian aid in Cuba. We share with the Catholic Church a concern about the destruction of religious liberty, the persecution of Christian minorities, and also, you know, the challenges that are being faced by Christians in Africa, where the Pope just recently visited. So we have a lot to talk about with them, and I engage with them quite a bit on that front. So the trip is really not tied to anything other than the fact that it would be normal for us to engage with them, and other Secretary of States have done that in the past. On the second point about Lebanon, also a question that was asked earlier, and what was the Italian part?
About the expectation that the president...
Oh, no, look, I mean, the Italians have been involved there for some time in training the police and in training their forces, so we'd love to hear their input on it. And in the way, look, we welcome everybody's help eventually. What has to happen in Lebanon, what everybody wants to see, is that you have a Lebanese government with the capability to go after Hezbollah and take the Hezbollah apart. There shouldn't be a Hezbollah and a government. There should be a government. Everyone should fold underneath it. And if we do that, then there'll be peace between Israel and Lebanon. But we have to build the capacity of the Lebanese to do it. And I think Italy could be helpful in that regard. All right. Did I call on you already? You already got a question? In the green? Did I call on you already?
No.
Okay, all right. Go ahead.
You mentioned the UN resolution that
Yes.
you announced today. Can you talk about what the goal is with that resolution? And there was a similar one last month that was vetoed by China and Russia. You spoke to the Russian foreign minister. Do you have an assurance that Russia will be on board with this now?
Well, we don't know. Look, I mean, everyone wouldn't want to see this vetoed again, and then we've made some slight adjustments to the language, but I don't know if it'll avoid a veto or not, but the language isn't very complicated. And I think it's a real test for the UN, right? As something that functions that can solve global problems. What is the purpose of the UN? The UN was supposed to be a place where you could peacefully resolve global conflict. Right now, you have a country who is unlawfully, criminally, and illegally taking possession of an international waterway and blowing up commercial vessels and putting mines in the water. I don't know if people appreciate how outrageous this is, how unacceptable it is that any country would fire and try to sink commercial vessels or put mines in the water. Both of these things are illegal. And so we're going to take it to the UN, and we're going to give it another chance to be a forum in which we're not even asking people to commit troops to the region and help blow up the Iranian boats. All we're asking them to do is to condemn it, to call on Iran to stop blowing ships, to remove these mines, and to allow humanitarian relief to come through, because there's humanitarian aid that's trapped. That's it. This is a very modest request. And if you're telling me that the international community and hundreds of countries cannot rally behind that, then I don't know what the utility of the UN system is, if it can't even solve something as straightforward as that. And I think to both the Chinese and the Russians, I would argue and have argued that it is in their interest for that resolution to pass and for pressure to be brought on Iran, because it is in their interest not to see international waterways, including the Straits of Hormuz, be closed down and cause economic chaos to dozens and dozens of countries around the world. Okay. Back row, yellow tie. Back row, yes, sir.
Yeah. CBN News, you've had a deep faith for God and country. At the end of the day, with all that you've been involved in,
keep going.
You've been extremely busy.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
As we all know. I got to ask you, what is your hope for America at a time such as this?
My hope for America?
And how do you personally deal with that?
Yeah, look, I mean, my hope for America is what it's always been. I think it's the hope I hope we all share. We want it to continue to be the place where anyone from anywhere can achieve anything, where you're not limited by the circumstances of your birth, by the color of your skin, by your ethnicity, but frankly, it's a place where you are able to overcome challenges and achieve your full potential. I think that should be the goal of every country in the world, frankly. But I think in the U.S., we're not perfect. Our history is not one of perfection, but it's still better than anybody else's history. And ours is a story of perpetual improvement. Each generation has left the next generation of Americans freer, more prosperous, safer, and that is our goal as well. But it is a unique and exceptional country, and as we come upon this 250-year anniversary, I think we have a lot to learn and be proud of in our history. It is one of perpetual and continuous improvement, where each generation has done its part to bring us closer to fulfilling the vision that the founders of this country had upon its founding. So, thank you. All right. I have time for two more questions. Oh, crazy. All right, right there in the pink. No, you right there. That lady. No, the one right next to you in the pink. No, the pink. I'm sorry, but I pointed at her. I need to get a laser pointer and just go. Now you in the pink jacket, the lady right there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Secretary. I have a question on Iran-China relations.
Okay.
What's your reaction to Iranian foreign minister visit to China? Also, Beijing instructed its firms to ignore U.S. sanctions Could you also address that?
Well, I'll direct you to Treasury on that front. There are options that we have. If you ignore our sanctions, you're going to face secondary sanctions. And I don't have an announcement for you on that today, but we don't do these things, for symbolic purposes. On the first point about the visit, it's fine. I hope the Chinese tell him what he needs to be told, and that is that what you are doing in the Straits is causing you to be globally isolated. You're the bad guy in this. You guys should not be blowing up ships. You should not be putting mines. You should not be trying to hold hostage the global economy. I hope the Chinese bring, whether it's done privately, but I hope it's done directly, that's the message they deliver to them. As I outlined earlier today, China is an export-driven economy. Okay, I'm not here to speak on behalf of what's in the best interest of China, but it's obvious. China is an export-driven economy. That means they depend on other countries to buy from them. Well, you can't buy from them if you can't ship it there, and you can't buy from them if your economy is being destroyed by what Iran is doing. So it is in China's interest that Iran stop closing the straits. It's harming China as well. The gentleman in the red tie, right there. Yes, I'm sorry, what's your name?
Liz Landers with PBS NewsHour.
Okay.
Another question about the China-Iran relationship. You said at the beginning of your comments at the top that every single financial situation will be targeted. Does that include Chinese banks? Would the president sanction
We're going to enforce our sanctions. I don't have an announcement for you. That will have to come from Treasury, but we have sanctions in place. And sanctions don't mean anything unless, you're going to do something about them. So I think that's been clear. I think that the Treasury will follow up with any specific announcements. Suffice it to say, we're serious about our sanctions. Then a cost needs to be imposed on Iran for what they are doing. Otherwise, if they get away with this, guys, if they get away with pulling this thing off without paying a price for it and backing down, you're going to see multiple places around the world where other countries are going to be tempted to do the same. This is unacceptable. Again, I want to reiterate the point. We keep arguing back and forth about the war and the shooting and this and that and the other. These guys are shut down an international waterway. The Straits of Hormuz do not belong to Iran. They don't have a right to shut it down and blow up ships and lay mines. And that's what they've done. That needs to be addressed. Otherwise, and it cannot be normalized. Under no circumstances can we live in a world where we accept, okay, this is normal. You have to coordinate with Iran. You have to pay them a toll in order to go through the Straits of Hormuz. Not only is that unacceptable in the Straits, you're creating a precedent that could be repeated in multiple other places around the world. The whole world should join us in this condemnation. And the whole world should join us in doing something about it, by the way. It shouldn't just be us. We're hoping to get countries. We're going to give them a chance to do something about it at the United Nations. All right, my last question. All right, that lady in the right there in the white.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
Right next.
Thank you.
Okay, hold on, stop this up. Go ahead. Okay, I'll do two more and then I gotta go. Yeah, go ahead. Iran has shown what? Okay.
Iran has shown that it's been able to withstand a lot of pressure. And yesterday, President Trump has said that they may run out of oil storage in 2 weeks. Do you believe that that will be the thing that gets them to the table to give up their nuclear ambitions? And if not, what will be that thing?
Well, look, they're suffering devastating damage to their economy. You're right, but it's not that they're able to withstand pressure. It's that they don't care that their people are suffering. You understand, right? There's a difference between we can withstand pressure and we actually don't care. Now, I think there are people in their system that care more than others. Some of the elected people that you see, some of the people you see on television with the suits on, those guys care because they know at the end of the day they have to live in the reality. And then you have an other element of their government, the clerics, the IRGC types, who probably are more immune to that and care less. They're more interested in regime survival at all costs. But ultimately, the pressure points are what they are.
They divided now than they were before because the administration has said that the Iranian regime is divided, making it very challenging.
Well, it's been challenging to deal with them diplomatically because, for example, an offer will be made and then it takes 5 or 6 days to get a response because you have to get it through the whole system. They have to find the supreme leader wherever he hides. They got to get him to sign off, and that's their system. Their system has always been multi-layered in this way. It's obviously become more complex because of the damage they suffered during the war. But look, suffice it to say, Iran has to pay a price. They're not going to change their position out of the kindness of their heart. There has to be a pressure point on them that causes them to realize they cannot continue to close the straits, or they face crushing economic consequences, but also global diplomatic isolation, which they have proven in the past to be susceptible to. But you're right, they have a high pain threshold, but they don't have an unlimited pain threshold. Nobody does. All right, this has to be the last question. Go ahead.
Mr. Secretary, many people want to know, what is your DJ name?
My DJ name?
Your DJ name.
You're not ready for my DJ name.
On the war, if the fighting were to resume, because you've said that Operation Epic Fury is over. The president also said that the U.S. would bomb them off the face of the earth if they tried to go after U.S. ships. So if the fighting resumes, are you saying that it would resume under Project Freedom? And I ask, as it relates to the War Powers Act.
Yeah, look, the Operation Epic Fury is concluded. We achieved the objectives of that operation. I'm not going to, we're not cheering for an additional situation to occur. We would prefer the path of peace. What the president would prefer is a deal. He would prefer to sit down, work out a memorandum of understanding for future negotiations that touches on all the key topics that have to be addressed, a full opening of the strait so the world can get back to normal. He preferred that be negotiated through the route that Steve and Jared have been working and that all of us have been supporting. That's the route he prefers. That is so far not the route that Iran has chosen. And so the result has been that the United States has to do something about the fact that we're the only nation on earth that can do anything to open up a lane within the Straits of Hormuz to get product and to rescue these people that are trapped in there. And that's what we're undergoing now. What that may lead to in the future is speculative. I'm not going to speculate about what it would take or what it would do. But look, the message to Iran, these guys are facing, they are facing real catastrophic destruction to their economy, generational destruction to their economy, generational destruction to the wealth of their country, imposed on themselves by the actions that they're taking. They should check themselves before they wreck themselves in the direction that they're going.
Does the White House believe that these votes coming up in Congress are a moot point then?
Look, guys, I love talking about this topic. It's about the War Powers Act. Yeah. Okay, I love it. I was hoping somebody would ask. All right, hold on. No, boy, you don't let me answer. I got to answer the question. Okay. And I love it. I'll tell you why I love it. Because even as a senator, I said something. The War Powers Act is unconstitutional, 100%. Now, this is not the position of me. It's not the position of the President of the United States now. This is the position of every single president that has occupied this position since the day that law passed. It's completely unconstitutional. Now, we comply with it in terms of notification because we want to preserve good relations with Congress, right? And we do that. But even as a senator, I would say that the War Powers Act is 100% unconstitutional. And look, I know some of you, whatever you want to say, but this is not this president's position. That has been the position of every single presidential administration since the day that law passes. An infringement on the president's constitutional powers. We don't acknowledge the law as constitutional. Nonetheless, we comply with elements of it for purposes of maintaining, good relations with Congress. And we want them to be involved and we want them to be informed. I have gone on Capitol Hill, 4 times this year for all senators and all House members and Intel Committee and Gang of 8. We want them to be involved in this. But I want to be clear on the point of the War Powers Act. It's unconstitutional. And every president and every administration has taken that position. All right, guys, I gave you 50 minutes. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Okay, guys, that was live. I'll make sure I got the speaker off. The mic back on. That was live. That was Marco Rubio in his element. Someone mentioned there's over 30 people that's in Trump administration that have been on Fox News or some kind of stuff. These guys are not shy about the camera and expressing themselves. Marco Rubio is in his element. He was pointing people everywhere and stuff. Let me click off this because it's about to end. That was pretty exciting to see right there. Guys, that was live. Who am I, guys? Again, this is For Real with Mike. If you just came through, this right here is talking about something else, guys. Yes, U.S. exports that hit the record high in March. Now you see China right there. China was at 67%. Now it's down to 34%. And he's lowering them all across the board. Vietnam was 90%. Now it's down to 46%. All these exports, reciprocal tariffs right there. You see those tariffs going on? Okay, I like that. Trumponomics. They call it Trumponomics is rebuilding the industrial base for globalist sold off. Okay, here it is. Let's take some more other looks and see what's going on here. That was Marco Rubio. He was pretty good. Marco Rubio press conference. That was pretty good. You got to say that. He's in his element. It's going to be Marco, guys. You got to say it's got to be Marco, J.D. Vance, or DeSantis. One of those three are going to be the candidate that's going to be running against the Democrat. One of those three right there, guys. As you see right there, that was today with President Trump right there. Yeah, he spotted President Trump teaching the Trump dance on the South Lawn. Look at that, teaching this. He's very relaxed around people there, and he wanted people that could be not afraid of the camera as well. Guys, who am I again? This is For Real with Mike. Oh, Feeding Our Future. That's trending right now. The straightest trending, Jason Kidd, feeding our future. That's trending pretty decently. So let's see what's saying. We're trading and feeding our future. Oh, that's what Alham Omar and a flat is. Oh my gosh, is flat out refusing to turn over documents to the Minnesota Committee and investigating a $250 million Somali feeding our future fraud. Oh, okay. Let's see. Can we get this to play though? Okay, I guess it's going to connect here, guys. Apparently, this is starting to cook a little bit. It's starting to get a little traction going on in the news. I didn't want to pay attention to it, but now it looks like it is. Can we see? Kind of line this up a little bit better now. Check this out, guys. This right here is dealing with feeding our future. Check this clip out. Wow.
Is holding its last meeting of the legislative session today. However, the committee does not have enough votes to subpoena the Congresswoman, so the committee doesn't have a legal mechanism to compel Omar to cooperate. The chair of the committee has sent Omar multiple invitations and requests for documents. Omar does not respond. Omar now sponsored the 2020 Meals Act, which removed the guardrails on COVID relief money and helped the fraud run up to $250 million. Despite that, the chair of the Fraud Prevention Committee does not anticipate the Minnesota congressman will respond by the deadline.
Wow, will not respond by the deadline. I see you guys in the chat. I see Eric. I see you there as well. Trump said Kamala Harris would invade Iran. I see Baby Turtlefish. Kamala said that she would invade Iran. Hillary said it too. Tell the truth, guys. Tell the truth. You know what? I was thinking about Marco Rubio. He said they need to check themselves before they wreck themselves. I said, oh, he was DJing. He probably played that song when he was DJing here. The Democrats really hate Americans producing oil. Okay, here it goes. Alham Omar here. It seems like we all know something's not right. We all know deep down something is just not right. If you've been following this around for a while, how these politicians bolster their a lot of them, not Democrat and Republican. We know something's not right. It's a matter of they're going to take arms with it. They already did one lady, McCormick. This right here is another one here. It says here, this is lives for. I'm gonna put it where you can see it better. You can see what I see. The writing and everything. This is Lives for TikTok here. Lives for TikTok here. It says, here's Omar promoting the Safari restaurant. The owner was convicted of feeding our future $250 million fraud schemes. Yeah, they stole millions of dollars from hungry children. Her deadline to produce the communications with this restaurant is today. This is the deadline. She was promoting this. Does it make her guilty because she promoted it? Hold on, let's hear our own words. Check this out.
horta aad iyo aadaan ugu faraxsanahay in maanta safari aan soo gaarnay sida dadka badan ay u og yihiin ciyaalkeena yaryar ilaa iyo number le.
I tell you, when I hear another language speaking, I say it's not designed for a person that speaks that language, that does not speak that language. I mean, they don't speak that language. How do you know to go there? If someone's going something, you go, oh, I guess that's not for. If it's Spanish, it should be in both languages. It shouldn't be one. I see that in California a lot too. I see and that's a lot of daycares and stuff that you see it is writing. I see the writing is only in Spanish only. I go, yeah, that's not designed for everybody. They do not want everybody to do that. And then I thought about stuff that you hear stories about in this, in the 50s and 60s dealing with black, and I go, that's strange. That's strange how it changes. But you know what? Just thinking about it. I wasn't born, but I just hear stories and photos and books and stuff that now it's just a foreign language in this still this is another element that I just don't understand why certain things. Okay, here we go. I don't even get into it. Okay, so yeah, I know police like, what is he talking about? I don't even want to get into it. Okay, here it is. Tim Walz might have just landed himself in prison. It says, guys, let me see. Can you see this? Oh, you can't see it. You can see it. This is good. Tim Walz just might just land himself in prison. He just got exposed for restarting taxpayer payments to Somali fraudsters tied to feeding our future. Wow, feeding our future. That was done yesterday, right there. It was done yesterday here. Wow, Tim Walz, time and time again, I tell you there. Once again, here on the mall, here it says she has until Tuesday today to return over her Minnesota lawmakers for communications with Feeding Our Future here. She's right there acting. Oh, this is AI. This is AI. They got her deleting all the files. God, this AI stuff is getting crazy, guys. If you just got here, it's a AI video. I mean, a campaign thing against Thomas Massey in Kentucky. Man, it got Omar and AOC like they doing some swingers. I mean, doing some threesome thing going on to a hotel, like some love triangle going on. And it's like he's dealing with them. Oh, look at this picture here. I noticed how they do this here. They say this picture, they make her look like she's so like out of. How they do this? Yep, she had until today, guys. They said she has until Tuesday, to hand over all Texas emails, communications with Feeding Our Future fraud ring. $250 million stolen, tied straight to the Safari restaurant scam. Sure, oh my gosh. Nick Shirley's relentless work means the walls are finally closing. Damn. You just gotta love it there. Look at that right there. They're seizing all kinds of stuff. They got it looking crazy, literally looking crazy there. They got it looking like really out of picture there. That could be AI too. I don't think so. I don't know. Who knows these days? These guys, this time. Oh, we got somebody reporting on it the other day. Actually, I want to get a little background on this. Let's get a close. Let's get a tight picture on this right here. I'm gonna get a good image of this right here. This story here. This story might just surface up again. I gotta make sure I keep this on file because she's if she doesn't turn over these files and stuff, it can go to another level. It can actually go to another level. Ask Ms. McCormick, of the Democrat who just got out there. Oh yeah, the best to believe the Republican Party won her out. Check this out here.
Minnesota lawmakers are asking Congresswoman Ilhan Omar to respond by Tuesday regarding questions about a statewide child nutrition fraud scheme. The lawmakers are seeking Omar's written and electronic communications involving the state's Feeding Our Future program, which misused millions of dollars in taxpayer funds. State lawmakers specifically hoping to look at Omar's correspondence with the owners of the Safari restaurant. State lawmakers point out Omar was a regular at that restaurant, staging many campaign events there. Its owners recently pleaded guilty for their role in the $250 million fraud scheme. Now, Omar's team and allies have largely framed allegations trying to link her to fraud as politically motivated and not substantiated. But for more on this,
She knew what was going on. You know darn well, guys. She knew what was going on totally. So you want to do a last spin of this right here, guys, and see here. Oh, what was this? Oh, I just missed something here. What was that? Deadline miss. Subpoena. What subpoena? I'm above the law. Oh, no, that's not her, but that's AI. Here we go. Here it goes. Deadline miss. Okay, here we go. See the next one here. Let me see if there's anything hot is on the new trending right now. I think it's this right here. Yeah, it's going to be this one here. Omar here. Deadline. No. Climate. No. No. I did all of these. Ken Griffiths, let's see, expands. Now that's some dealing with sports. Massey, Straight, Bernie, Ohio, and trans. Ohio or trans, guys? Ohio or trans? Ohio trans. Ohio trans. I did a video on trans. It didn't. The numbers didn't. This is doing it now. It didn't move at all. So let's do Ohio. Okay, so it's going to news in Hawaii. Ohio, that's Hawaii, Ohio. I think this is politics. What the hell? What is trending in Ohio? Oh, okay. Here we see here. We got Vivek Ramaswamy. It says the Democrat Party has taken black voters for granted for far too long. Let's see what he says here. Okay, this is a black guy in Ohio. He want to say something here. Do I want to talk about Vivek? Nah. I'm sorry, Vivek. Okay. Why not? Let's see here.
I want to just make sure that we understand. I call you brother, not because of the color of your skin, not because of your nationality, but because of your principles, because of your character. And anybody here who haven't noticed, I'm a black man.
Really?
You haven't noticed. And one of the things, my brother, that I want to really help you do is reach a lot of people who look like me, but that are trapped. Not understanding that it's no longer even about a party. It's no longer about the color of your skin. As one of my great forefathers said, it's about the character. And I want to tell you, I appreciate you. And Dave, I don't know where he is, but I love how you address Brother Dave. Diversity is what people like me live our life for. But a lot of times we talk diversity, but we don't walk it. So with me, don't talk about it, be about it. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Come on, Lord. That's a good one. Okay, here we go. All right. He want to get some black votes. There you go. Boom. That was pre-planned, maybe. Okay, here we go here. All right. I don't know when I see Indians all over the place now. Vivek is there. The second lady. Oh, there's so many people here. Dolan something. Margin Dolan or something. Oh my gosh. There's so many in the Trump administration. And then I see the Muslims in the Democratic Party. I just got to say this is pre-planned. We got Muslims in the Democratic Party and we got Indians in the Republican Party. It's an influx. Just watching it going on. I said, oh my gosh, it's actually going on. This could be pre-planned. I don't know. Just all of a sudden. Okay, here we go. I don't know. I'm telling you. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. Maybe I'm just getting old. Maybe I'm getting old and everything around me is changing. That's what's going on. I'm getting old and everything around me. Okay, guys, this is new here. It says vote today in Ohio and Indiana. Polls are open for congressional, state, and other key races. Listen to what he says. This is CBS here, and this is today. I actually want to see exactly what's going on across the country. So let's get a good look at this one here. Check this out, guys. Who am I? This is For Real with Mike.
Trump primary. Ohio and Indiana are holding primary elections today, and President Trump will be keeping an eye on at least some of them. CBS News political director Finn Gomez joins us now to break down some of the big races the president will watch, and the rest of us will keep a close eye on. Finn, good morning. Great to see you this Tuesday. Why is President Trump paying such close attention to state-level races in Indiana? What's key there?
Yeah, that's right, Errol. Happy Election Day for all those who celebrate, especially in Indiana and Ohio. Yeah, of course. But last December, if you recall, 8 Republican state senators in Indiana defied President Trump and his national Republican allies in their push to redraw the state's congressional map, and a map he wanted to, in order to flip 2 Democratic-held seats and pad the Republicans' razor-thin House majority. They have a 4-seat majority right now. When these 8 state senators pushed back, Trump vowed payback, and tonight is what many in the Republican Party expect that payback to happen. He's endorsed primary challengers against the majority of those senators, and his entire and very impactful political operation is all in against these state Republican senators. National groups have put in millions, Errol, into ads in these races that, typically you don't really see a lot of spending on this front. This year has been record-breaking. We saw some PACs, one of them tied to Trump's close ally, Senator Jim Banks, a conservative senator from Indiana. So, Errol, these are technically, yes, state Senate races, but the president has turned them into really an example of, somewhat of a loyalty test on redistricting. And I think that the big question tonight is whether the MAGA movement in Indiana will still have the muscle to punish these Republicans who crossed them on redistricting, or will they be rewarded for them pushing back and believing this was an example of federal overreach? Errol.
And which races in the Buckeye State are we watching?
Yeah, Errol, all eyes are on the Senate race in Ohio, and the expected winners tonight are, of course, the incumbent Republican John Husted, who was appointed in that position. Remember, that was to fill the vacancy when J.D. Vance left to become vice president. But on the Democratic side, former Senator Sherrod Brown is the expected is the front runner in that race. in the primary race, and that's a matchup that most Ohio Democrats that I spoke to have been waiting for. They feel that he's getting a lot of national attention. If you recall, Ohio went to Trump by 11 points in 2024.
Okay, just want to make sure I got an idea what was going on there, guys, today. Let's see here. It's Indiana here. I guess I'm going to touch on trans and see what's going on. I got Marco Rubio. Don't tell me she's trans. Oh, she's trans. Says Pausley. Okay, why is this trending? She's trending. It says whiteness for lack of trans and black disabled models. Is this for real? She's trending really hard. She's trending hard because she's trans, black, and disabled. Oh my gosh. Aaron Rose Phillip here. He's trans, black, and disabled. What the hell? What in Sam Houston's going on here? I don't want to see this in the model. Oh, Lord, what's going on? Did you see that? I clicked on that crap. Trans, disabled, and black. And she wants to model, or it wants to model. Model what? Wheelchairs? What we gonna model? Oh, I'm telling you. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Anything else new? Okay, I'm going to take one more spill, one more run to the White House. Well, actually, I'm going to do see what's any more politicians really fast here. That's JD. He popped that up. He's doing all the hits on that. Okay, I'm going to do the White House one more time, and then I'm going to have to, guys, we'll see here. And then, what was I looking for? Oh, White House. I lost my thought that fast. What time is it? Is it 1? Damn, it's 1:20. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Any more here? New photos here. It's a Trump dance there. They did that. Secretary Mark Rubio. Oh, guys, we done restart time. Dan, we done restart time. I can tell you the best moment was pretty much here was dealing with this right here. One of the good moments here. Yep. Make sure I play that. I'm gonna play this music going on, and we'll talk about a little bit and get in the chat. Oh yeah, guys, it's about that time there. This is my theme song. You know what? This is my get it. Marco Rubio there, as you see what's going on. I might have to turn down the music on that. I don't know how the sound. It's loud in my ear. Let me see here. Okay, I turned it down a lot more. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna have to test it out when I see it. Oh, guys, I gotta make sure I talk about this right here. The best moment for the day would seem like, guys, was Secretary Mark Rubio. Project Freedom will rescue almost 23,000 citizens over 87 different countries that are trapped in Persian Gulf by the Iranian regime. Yes, guys, that was the one. Project Freedom. I like that right there. Guys, what's going on? This is For Real Mike. We talked about Omar. We talked about Trump trying to bring back fitness back into the White House. Oh my gosh. We talked about a lot of things, guys. I didn't get any phone calls. I even didn't ask for phone calls. Jeez, I was on for a pretty good stretch too. How long I was on for? Almost 2.5 hours. I got 3 more minutes, guys. I'm looking in the chat here. Endeavor's doing his work, guys. He's doing his work. I see him put one on there. He put somebody in check. I guess he said that here. I see Baby Turtlefish. I see Endeavor. I see Eric there. I see Eric there. What else? I saw earlier as well. Watcher. Wiz D's made a pin. I didn't see you, Wiz. What's up, Wiz? I did not see you until now. As I scan up and down. Watcher now, I see you. I saw that you came through as well. Hey guys, who am I? This is For Real with Mike, guys. For Real with Mike. I am real, guys. This is real. I'm live right now. Yep. You know what? What's the odds of me keeping this up? I could keep it up. It was pretty clean. I didn't do anything that was, I didn't hit any profanity, anything that was inappropriate or anything. So this live stream might just stay up. Hopefully I cut it up as well. I'll cut it up and repurpose it as well. Yeah, this is pretty good. I'm gonna cut it short, guys. Hey, God bless you. God bless America. Here, let me cut it out and stop the music here. Yeah, God bless America. Jesus Christ is King. Praise the Lord. Oh my gosh, John 3:16. Oh, Myron. Myron, yep. Yeah, Myron. Mike playing the outro. That's my outro and intro. Oh, gotta get it, man. I gotta get it. Oh, universal healthcare. Healthcare to save the American money. Yep. They say that they run with it. Yes, as long as it can pay for the better doctors and the better services. Totally right, Eric. Only I see you guys coming in the chat. Yes, guys, let's get out of here. Oh, God bless you and God bless America. I'm out.